What is going on? We're trying to get the volume figured out. We're waiting for Billy. Mine says Mike is muted, so if you're listening, please tell me if you can hear me. Billy's trying to get in the room right now. We're going to have a fun night if we can figure it all out. I'm sorry you can hear all the banging and crashing in the back of our house. If you can hear me, let me know. I don't think anybody can hear us, Katie, because they're not. It says Mike is muted. So how do you figure that out?
They can hear you from the phone.
Well, I can't see that. I've got the phone clicked off, so nobody's listening to us. I can hear you. Oh, there you go. Sean can hear. Bruce is good. Sounds good. Okay, so these guys can hear us. Billy's joining us right now. There's Billy. There's me. There's our Player's Choice stage. What's going on, Billy?
Just trying to look good for your fan base here.
Well, there we go. There's all 18 of us on here right now, so pretty exciting. I see Mike there. Will, Suzanne's on board. Everybody, we're trying to get clicking on. You'll probably see Maddie come down the hallway with his lunch here or his dinner pretty quick.
Mom's lasagna.
I wish that'd be great if it was. I'd eat that every day. I'm fat enough as it is. We don't need more lasagna, but Katie made chicken tonight, so you can hear Maddie bashing around in the background there. I see Austin's on board. Sean's here. Bruce is here. He says, hi, Boley. Hi, Billy. You can't read the comments, can you, Billy? Can you see those down the right-hand side there?
Maybe if I hit this chat button, I can.
Maybe if you hit comments, yeah. Can you see it on the side there?
Comment.
Oh, you're on your phone there, yeah.
I see that, but now I can't see people, so maybe.
Okay, maybe we won't mess with that.
You just make sure you read them out.
Yeah, maybe make Billy and I bigger there, Katie, for a second. Like that we need to be bigger. Well, that's not good. There. There we go. That works. There's Patrick. How many Leaf cards tonight? Already throwing the Jazz and the Razzes at Billy. I've been told no Marion Hossa, no Corey Perry.
No Corey Perry.
Oh, there's Maddie. He's getting back from his dinner break.
Hey, Maddie. Ask Maddie. I don't see Houston in the final, the Western Conference Finals. What happened? Who beat them?
LeBron.
LeBron. There we go. Sean's asking the serious questions first. Maybe give a little bit of insight on who you are, Billy. He wants to know, do you work for Upper Deck? What do you do? How many girlfriends you got in LA? Trin wanted to know if you liked hockey before you worked for Upper Deck. All those kind of things. Maybe just give us the rundown.
Well, my name is Billy. I'm from Michigan, so hockey town. Yes, I've been a hockey fan my whole life. I was showing Jason. I've got my You Got Cronwell T-shirt on right now.
Awesome.
Chris Carlin gets mad when I wear hats that are baseball, so I have my NHL draft hat on today.
Perfect. I should send you a Player's Choice one.
I'm usually wearing a Detroit hat or Michigan State hat of some sort. This is kind of this is my quarantine hair. Haven't cut it since this all started, so I've got them up. No, but I've been at Upper Deck now for about 6.5 years. I build a number of the products at Upper Deck along with Tony Sirianni and JT Strosnick. They're the other two product managers for hockey. Jason will kind of go over some of the sets that I've built. It's been fun. You gotta not only when I got my job at Upper Deck, I explain this to people, but it's not like there are big time collectors. There's people that know collecting, they know the card market, they know everything, but they can't do the numbers and all that sort of stuff of building a set of, getting it to cost out, manipulating the numbers and stuff. And then you got people that are Excel masters that can sit there on an Excel sheet and figure every single little thing out, but they don't have any idea who Sidney Crosby is. So, you know, I was fortunate enough that I kind of have some skill in both aspects of collecting and of being able to, you know, build sets and work numbers and stuff. And that's kind of how I went through the interview process. I think I had about 4 or 5 interviews. I joked that they drove me all the way from LA to Oceanside, which is maybe 100 miles, or Carlsbad, which is like 100 miles. Well, my counterparts, Tony, they flew him all the way from Chicago, and they flew JT all the way from Connecticut, and I just get like gas mileage.
You got the homeboy discount, eh?
I got a little check for gas mileage, and I was just like, oh, well, you guys, they must really like you if they're flying you all over the place. But
We know how big of a
no,
budget company they are. Once a year, they treat us to a massive, massive event that we have a lot of fun at, and then the rest of the year we throw them our money. So it
yeah,
works out.
you know, and you know, and I collected. I tell people, my first year of seriously collecting was in probably '87 Topps baseball. That's when I really bought a lot, and you know, I'd sit there and put them in every single kind of order you can, whether it be number order, team, player, alphabetically, whatever. You know, I kind of started buying cards in '84, but didn't get serious until '87. I collected all the way up through college, and then this little thing called college, and you spend money on other things when you're in college. I'll just put it that way. And when I got out of college, I kind of got back into the hobby, and have been part of it ever since. And Jason will tell you, you know, I collect cards and I collect autographs too. And if you guys were here for our fundraiser, you know, I enjoy collecting celebrity autographs too. That's just my little hobby. But I've got some cards I can show you later on when we're 6 hours deep into tonight, of some of my collection too. I pulled some of my favorites, and we can look at it. But I hope that answered all your questions. Oh, single, yeah. Don't have. I moved out here for a girl. If that tells you anything, to move to California for a girl. Oh, look, there's the chicken.
Katie's gonna eat. So you'll hear it in the background over
But
there.
and you know, that didn't work out. But it's funny. People like, are you coming back and moving back to Michigan? And I go, have you ever been to Southern California? So been up here for about 12 years now, and loving every minute of it.
It's pretty nice down there. Billy took Maddie and I out for an awesome dinner when we were there in March, and we had a good time. So we're definitely going to make sure we go back as soon as we're allowed to cross the border and we can get to some NBA games. We'll make sure we hang out with Billy again, and at the conferences we have a lot of fun. We had our first question on here, Billy. I asked these guys to not ask about redemptions or damage cards because I know those aren't your departments. So we'll just kind of skip over that. You know what? As soon as you hear anybody say I work at Upper Deck, the first questions, even when I say, "Oh, I sell Upper Deck products," when's my redemption coming in?
What's the question? And I can see if I can kind of give any. I mean, there's stuff I can give insight into, but like you said, it's not my department, so I can't necessarily, you know, go into great detail.
I'll pop it up on the screen here. I don't know if you can see it.
Okay.
Sean wants to know. He just wonders how long it takes for redemptions to come. I've been waiting over a year. And I laugh because a year is not very long. So there's stuff I'm waiting 2, 3, 4 years for. So you got a long time to wait.
There's some stuff that, you know what, we have a certain cutoff date that we can accept autographs from players. And there's some stuff. I remember one set that we built, and Austin Matthews came in like 2-3 days after that cutoff date. And we knew all the we're telling people, hey, Austin Matthews, we have it. Just it is a redemption in the set, and some of the other stuff, it's just a matter of you know, when these guys get their stuff in. You know, we're not putting redemptions out for guys that we don't have contracts for, that aren't supposed to be signing cards that haven't been sent out. So you know, it's right now it's a difficult time with all these players in the bubble, like getting mail into these players. You know, they can't necessarily receive cards from the outside while they're in the bubble. And then how long are they going to be in the bubble? What if they get knocked out and then we send the cards to the bubble and they're not even there? So
I joked,
it's been it's been a little bit touchy recently, but you know, as I said, you've Pasternak will tell you right there. Like, how long did that take? It took years. Again, we ask, we try, but there's only so much we can do, and that's
6
pretty much
years.
all I can kind of respond to on redemptions.
When I heard that all the players were going to be in the bubble one place, I think I actually told Tim, I said, "Hey, I'll go work in the bubble and track down all these guys and get them to sign all their cards for the sacrifice of the hobby, just to get it all pinned down." Because we've sat with the players and we've done upper deck cards, and you'll run all the cup cards and ultimate cards, and like Tyler Myers was a good one. I know they made it out, but well, Jerome McGinley's was a redemption one year because I think we got him back to upper deck like 1 day late. So it was like, it's just that cutoff for the pack out is so tight, and it's not Upper Deck's fault on the redemptions. It's just what happens, and you're trying to make the best product you can.
And I think you'll notice the number of redemptions that we've had in the last year or two. We've really made an effort to cut back on redemptions, like big time cut back on redemptions. I think we had a streak of like 12 or 13 products in a row that had 0 redemptions. And what we're doing now is, we're building backup cards for some guys because, and I know people are complaining like, oh, well, you're going to build an autograph version of this guy later down the year. We don't want holes in the checklist. We want to be able to give you guys some stuff, and we want to eliminate redemptions. So, we're doing our best, and there's many different solutions, and not all of I don't want to say not all of them are right, but there's no perfect solution to redemptions, unfortunately.
People want hard signed autographs.
Yeah,
right?
We're doing the best that we can.
Yeah, if everybody didn't want hard signed autographs, it'd be a lot easier. You could get the stickers signed whenever and put them on everything.
Is that the next question? Why do you guys do? Is that the next question? Why do you guys do stickers?
No, but it's probably coming, right? So I just thought we'd skip that off. I'm just going to give a quick shout out to Tyler Nelson. Hey, Tyler, it's his birthday today, so everybody will wish Tyler happy birthday.
Tyler.
Welcome. Thanks for spending some time with us on your birthday, Tyler. I know you're a busy guy, probably slaying chicks. He's newly single in his little town in Alberta there, so we won't keep him too long. Bruce wants to know, have you met Chloe Bennett? He'd like to know.
Yeah. Let me see here. I got my computer, so this will be interesting. I've got my computer here. I've been organizing my photo ops. I know it sounds weird, but
a little creepy.
I got a new computer, and I'm trying to organize all my stuff. That's not photos. This is photos.
Oh, we're losing.
And so, let's see. Under C, I have it all alphabetical now. Why did he win the Chloe Bennett and wants to move?
I think he's got something for it. Yeah, because you did a Chloe Bennett photo, right? We got all these Tyler wishes coming in. I've also got a question from Happy I want to come back to here too. So
can I flip the camera?
You could try. We're losing you, Billy.
Just don't move your phone.
Okay, I'll go back.
If you show waist down, we just hope you're wearing pants. He looks like he's frozen here. Bruce won that Chloe Bennett, so he's asking. Billy's all frozen up, so we'll try to figure it out. Look at that. He looks all serious there, stalkerish. Can you hear me, Billy? Happy wants to know, hey, Billy, in your products, how many players do you do autos on average? I can answer that, Happy. Probably as many as they. Yeah, Billy's just left the studio. He's going to come back on. They have like the sets that they're allowed to do certain players. They're Happy, so, and they can't overuse a player, so they can't use Crosby in every single set, McDavid in every set. It just costs them too much, and the players don't agree to that. So in short, depends on what it is. If it's known for a kind, live in a super small town, so not much slaying going on recently. No problem, Tyler. We all know those small towns. I just had a guy try to sell me a house, and he said there's around 99 there, and I'm like 99,000. He's like, no, 99 people. Okay, Billy, are you back?
I'm back. Okay, so I'll just kind of go through here.
Okay.
Have I met Chloe Bennett? That's an easy question for me. But there's picture, 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 picture,
Oh,
picture,
Oh, a few times.
picture,
maybe you should just ask her out while you're at it. Hey, well, look at this.
picture. She's from Chicago. We do a little Chicago talk. Picture, picture. There's Chloe Grace Moretz. So I'm done with Chloe. All right.
Want to say hi, Trin?
Yes.
Trin says hi. Hi.
Hello.
There you go.
She's one of my favorites.
That'll keep you busy for a while. There you go, Bruce. Hopefully that's enough evidence for your pitcher then. There you go. Ray's saying, so that's a no then. Oh, for the slaying of the chicks. Everybody's razzing Tyler for sure. Anybody got else questions for Billy before we head into some auctions? We're going to talk about some products, talk about some Series 1, some stuff like that.
Well, that's funny.
Oh, what's this Katie's got? Well, Katie's giving us questions. Has it been way harder building sets post-COVID and working from home? Katie wants to know.
Not at all. I get more done. I've gotten more done during COVID because I'm in a room full of I'm in a cubicle area, and man, the like you hear the banter that me and Jason have. Now imagine about 5 or 6 guys that all that talk sports and talk cards and stuff like that, and we do a lot of bantering, and I'm just stuck on my couch. I set up a desk for myself because I don't even have a desk. I have a milk crate that I'm sitting on with a table, so I could actually look a lot, and so I could have the light coming in on me from my kitchen. But I don't tell my bosses this. But I get more done at home than I did at work. But
I might have to let Mike and
said,
Jason know that.
that being said, there's a lot of other stuff that goes by a lot quicker being in the office. So it evens itself out. But I have less distractions. I'm by myself. I have a 1-bedroom apartment, and I take COVID very seriously. I don't run around and do stuff very often. So yeah, that's how it is. This Players Choice Sports that asked the question.
That's Katie eating over there on the couch, eating over there, relaxing. Bruce says, back to the Chloe stuff. He says he's going to come on, hang out with you soon in LA. Life doesn't sound so good. Billy, Bruce lives on the island here, and he's slaying chicks all the time. So who knows? You might want to come up and visit Vancouver Island with him.
If it makes you feel good, because I can tell you some celebrities that are complete, just not nice. Chloe Bennett's probably one of the coolest, nicest celebrities out there. Easy. She always comes over to the fans. She always signs, takes pictures. If you've met her or if you've seen her like social media, she's fun. She has fun with her fans, and I'm gonna miss Agents of Shield. It was a fun little show. Hey, Jason's not here to talk to me. He wants to sell some stuff too.
Awesome.
So let's get an auction out there.
Well, we could do that. We're having fun. I mean, the auction. All these guys have seen you in and around here. How about this question, Billy? I'll let you answer this one. Gerald Allen wants to know, why is cup so expensive?
First rule about the cup is we don't talk about the cup. Sorry.
What do you think about that one?
Yeah, I wish I could. I mean, I can tell you about some past imports and stuff, but I can't talk about price. We want the cup with the name of the cup. We want it to be the most prestigious hockey product that we have, and I think Carvin came up with the set a while ago and wanted to make a high-end hockey product, and he did a great job of that. As you can see, look at what Connor McDavid's rookie card sold for. Look at what Sidney Crosby's card sold for. Cards like that don't necessarily come out of $5 packs.
You won't answer it. I was thinking maybe with these people watching, you tell me what month we're going to see Cup in this year. Can you even tell me a month?
I can't tell you a month. No. Sorry.
A year? Are we going to see it in 2020?
I
Or are we
can't
getting
talk
pushed to
about the cup.
2021?
I can't talk about the cup.
About the cup. First rule.
Yeah, can't talk about the cup, my friend. I gave you some insight
Next
on why
question.
it cost
Next
what it cost.
question.
Next question.
Okay. Bruce, I can answer your question. No, they don't have a football license. Well, the answer is no.
We don't have a
Panini's
football
got the
license, but
license for football, Bruce.
you
But I
know,
don't think they're planning on doing football, basketball, baseball anytime soon. Any talk or chatter about that?
the licenses are the licenses. We obviously try every time that a license comes out, and
You have the CFL license, but not NFL.
the sports decide what they want to do. I can say we found a great home for a number of these sports that we don't have licenses for in Goodwin Champions. Tony does a great job with that, and you saw some of the top basketball players the past couple years. We had Luca, we had Ben Simmons, we had Jalen Green this year, who's supposed to be one of the top picks of the draft next year. And then you got Joe Burrows this year, like the hot quarterback rookie in Cincinnati right now. Had a real good game his last game, and that guy looks poised, ready to play. So we'll obviously do our best to get any license we can, but in the meantime, we like I said, I think we found a nice home for some of those other sports.
Awesome. Well, we'll answer a couple more questions in here, and then we'll start showing some of your products. Tyler Nelson says the high-end products you got to pay to play. Still super risky. I agree with him there on that stuff. Happy wants to know. He said, "Hey Billy, out of all your products, is Cup your favorite, or do you have a particular favorite out of all your products?"
They're all different. Some of them are fun because they're challenging. It's very challenging to make a lower end product like MVP or Parkhurst. I don't want to say collectible, but wanted by the masses, because you have those high end guys that don't even want to touch the stuff, and trying to build some big hits in those sets is challenging but fun. UD1 and UD2, I know how many people are going to buy that. That's really a cool feeling. And again, trying to come up with new Easter eggs every year in that set is just a blast. And I can't wait for you guys to see the next year's or this year's Easter eggs. There's some fun ones, but that's fun. The cup is I get to make those cards that that I can that I can't afford to make in other sets. Those printing plate booklets, those aren't
Really
cheap
nice.
cards to me. And I thought I've had that idea in my head for years, and I'm glad. For some reason, I always feel like someone's stealing my ideas because I sit on it something too long, and another company makes the card. But the ticket booklet, I thought those were really cool. When they sign the and inscribed, they inscribe the cards like their stats from the game. Where else do you see that in any other product? You don't. You might see inscriptions. You don't have a piece of memorabilia really that matches an inscription on a card. That's really one of the only instances I can think of where they have that. And
Super
that's a
cool.
fun instance. And then something like SP Game Used, man, just all the fun stuff I get to play with, all the game used memorabilia and the All-Star game stuff. And every year the league asks us, like, do you guys want what do you guys want this year? And just brainstorming of thinking of stuff. And like I've been wanting to make those lineup cards now for a couple years, and we finally got the lineup cards. And I mean, those are some really cool 101 cards. And you got player collectors out there that they might not see a low like some of their lesser players. I don't want to say lesser players, but some of their PC guys, they might not have a lot of cards, and now you have this rare one of one card on a lineup card that a lot of people are going to go for, which adds value to the set. So, but the cup is definitely a lot of fun. The cup is a challenge, and it's more of a challenge of how can we wow them this time. We made silver cards. Like, there's no other cards out there that are made of pure, like, 9.999% silver.
Those are
There's
awesome. Those
nobody else.
ones. Yeah.
Nobody else is doing that. So it's fun, and you know, uh, I have helped brainstorming on that stuff. I've got Grant and Tony and JT. Think of some stuff too. We try to help each other out if we think of something that might be good for another product. I probably rambled on too much on that one.
Awesome. Hey, that's okay. We'll do one more question, then we're going to get to some auctions. So you can kind of talk while we're doing the auction. People are tired of hearing me tell useless stories, so that you can tell stories, and we'll auction some cards. Sean wants to know when we're going to see more personal script type sets like the 050 Trilogy personal scripts. I know you weren't there for that, but you're probably aware of those ones like Mr. Elbows and all that in those. Do you know those ones?
I did not collect Trilogy in 0506. Sorry. I feel bad not
Super
remembering.
cool set. Like, no, it's okay. Like the Gordie Howe card had like Gordie Howe, Mr. Elbows, and then they'd have like their nicknames or it's Stanley Cup champs or whatever right on the card for that set. It was a super neat set.
Oh, so
Really
they had
popular.
they had the nicknames on the cards, and then did they inscribe the cards too, or was it just an autograph?
It would have like personal scripts, and they'd have like Gordie Howe would sign some Mr. Elbow, some Mr. Hockey. Like they would just change up the writing and the inscriptions on them. There was ones with
Oh,
Stanley Cup champs. You guys have done some
I
kind
think
of
we
similar
do that.
stuff like that. A
Yeah,
little
we do
bit.
that. We do that in SPA. You got me the one card that was like, "Let's do that hockey." You know.
I know, and they're starting
So,
to do that more and more. I think that set was designed strictly for that. But
gotcha.
I think that Sean's just an older school collector for sure. I know he likes a lot of that vintage old stuff. He's been a collector in the hobby for a long time. So, anyway, clear cut cards I was gonna put out here. I think Katie's gonna put the stage bigger and you and me smaller if that works. And then we're gonna just show some cards and auction them off. We're gonna start everything like $1 like we normally do. This is from Upper Deck Clear Cut. So we'll start with Clear Cut. We'll do some Clear Cut ones. This is the I don't know if you can be able to see it. I might have to adjust the stage here. Sorry, 1 second.
Is that young Latvian boy?
So this is we're gonna start with an Arthur's Herbe autograph Clear Cut card. These are from Clear Cut. What can you? Yeah. Hey Billy, what can you tell us about Clear Cut?
Well, here's the first thing I can tell you. What you don't want to do when I tell you I'm a Wings fan is start off with a guy that beat the Red Wings when they had the best record in the NHL and beat them in the playoffs and knocked them out of the playoffs. The little young Latvian boy that played for San Jose. So thanks for starting us off that way.
I'm not
I
here
really
to.
appreciate
I'm
it.
not here to please. I'm not here to please you,
Oh
buddy.
my
I'm not here
God.
to please you.
You're like, if
See,
I'm not going to get you, if
we
I'm
already
not
got
going
a
to get you
$20
one way,
bid on Herbe. Okay,
if
$20
you're not going to
bid
get me
already.
one way, you'll get me another.
So what do you got? I know you got Clear Cut coming up. Some veteran collectors like me maybe give you a little too much slack of the rookie content that was in the last stuff, and you're gonna have a lot more veteran content like this. Can you give
Yeah,
us any players or hints or?
yeah, definitely. I think we kind of went over it in the CDD conference, so it's no surprise. But we definitely made a conscious effort to add a lot more veteran content to the set. There were a lot of rookies in there. Understand, but I think it's at least 10% more veteran content, 10 to 15% more veteran content than the previous year. And
Okay,
we, I
so
think
we're
we
gonna
went
see
over
guys
the.
like. Oh, we're losing you there, Billy. We got 20. We're looking for 20 20 look for 25.
I'm gonna try coming back on and off again. You're a little bit sketchy too.
On the Herbe clear cut, I've got a few more. Okay, squeeze out. Billy still? Nope. Okay, well, we're 20 looking for 25, 20 looking for 25. Billy's going to come back on. We're going to be $20 once on the Herbe, $20 once. Ryan says, I have his starting lineup figure. It's about as awesome as that card. We are, let's say the audio is removed. Billy's coming back on.
You're a lot cleaner now.
Can you hear me now, Billy?
Yeah, a lot better.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, perfect. You guys maybe just tune out and tune back in if you guys are having a problem with the feed there. I know Ryan just came on and said he's having a tough time hearing me. So if you guys just leave and come back on, I know sometimes that speeds it up. We've got about 4 connections in on this one.
It helped taking you out.
Okay, so we're trying to make it better. Now we can just see Billy with cards he's got. You don't need to see me anyways. We're $20 once, $20 twice on the Arthur's Urban card that Billy's designed, hard signed. Where's this product in your guys' line? What do you guys figure this is like a mid-end product?
It's near the end of the year. It's one of the, it's going to be one of the, I don't want to say last products, but it's in that range of one of the last products of the year. We wanted to kind of again, it's hard signed, so it takes some time to get these autographs. And I think we've been, for a long time, we've been trying to find something that doesn't cost that doesn't necessarily cost you know, $200 to $600 in between, like Ultimate, Premier, and the Cup. And so you know, we had Portfolio out one year, we had Champs out one year, and I think this is kind of found a nice little place there in between some bigger sets.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a popular product, that's for sure. This one's been sold. We're going to sell this Herbe off for $20. $20 is going to be gone. I'm going to put out maybe another rookie. I know you love Detroit, so you must love your Buffalo guys then. How about we put out
They're related.
Casey Middlestat autograph rookie cards. There's some of the rookie content in here. Casey Middlestat. What this is, I really like clear cut. We're looking forward. When I think they've pushed us back to next month sometime. Is that what you know about it?
Like I said, it's the collecting hard signed stuff as of late has been difficult with the bubble. So you know, there's been some delays on some stuff, but we're doing our best to get the stuff out without many redemptions. And as previous year, I will say one thing that we did that we're pretty proud of is we didn't just give, like, if it was a redemption and it's a one carder, like, how much does that suck if you get a redemption in a one card pack? Like, you feel like you didn't get anything. So we added that rookie debut insert of like the top 10 rookies that people could get. So, you know, you get a redemption, but hey, you might get a Pedersen rookie card in there too. So, you know, that's one of the cool additions that actually our president he gets involved, and he's like, I want people to get something, and that's what we did. But I will say that some of the stuff I like about Clear Cut, I love the tribute cards. You know, how many products out there, you know, can you potentially get? You know, there were a lot of cards that sold for 1,000 or more. The Crosby, the McDavid and Matthews and stuff, the clear cut tributes in a pack that costs, you know, $60 to $100. You know, there were some huge hits in clear cut. I know next year we added the palladium insert, which is really cool. And there's this amber gold insert that looks really nice. We're using kind of a black amber is what it's called. I'm sorry, a black amber where it's like a darker acetate, and then we're using like a goldish paint pen on it, and those will come out really nice. So looking forward to those. And guess what? I just finished building next year's clear cut. So it's pretty popular, and we like the progress that the product has made.
That's great. If I know some of these guys are probably going to be surprised that you're that far ahead. I know you guys build the products that far ahead. I mean, we're just a little over a year out. It's not really surprising to see that 12 to 14 minute delay, or 12 to 14 month, delay on products and when you build them for. So there's going to be some people on here that are really surprised to hear you say that. Speaking of clear cut, I just got I've got the McDavid out of this 9.5. I just got off at $5,000 for today, and I actually turned it down. So it shows you some of the value that is in this stuff, for sure. So keep doing up the good work with this one. It's a fun one. We're at $30 to Sean, looking for 35. 30 looking for 35 on the middle stat autograph.
I think we added the cup this year too. I think the Crosby is going to be an acetate cup card, like using the cup design from his rookie year. So that's kind of cool too. I think we put the picture in the solicitation, so it's not a surprise. But like for people that don't, I don't think everybody gets the solicitation at their home. So yeah. That was one I was kind of excited about, and we have an even bigger one coming up, but I can't talk about it.
Well, all you and your secret products, I know. We are at $30, looking for 35. I'm just going to throw this question out here by Sean. It's an interesting one. I always tell these guys stories. We've met hundreds and hundreds of players, and you always come off with a good story, a bad story, or something fun. Billy said, I'm sure you've had some great experiences with some of the veteran retired players who have many since passed away. Is there anyone specific that stands out to you that spent time with and no longer with us? And why do they stand out? Thanks for taking your time to come here and share your knowledge with us.
Unfortunately, I don't get to do a lot of the signings, but at a Red Wing game, I went to the Red Wings, and Gordie Howe came out with his book, 9. And I'm sitting there with my friend, and we walked past the booth. I swear we walked past it like 20 times. And I kept just saying, should I get, I'm looking at my friend. I mean, I had maybe a couple $100 on me or something that I could waste on something. And I think his book was like $60 or $80, but it was signed. And I kept walking past, and I kept bugging my friend, should I get it? Should I get it? Should I get it? And finally, I'm just like, yes, I need. And I got to meet Gordie Howe, shake his hand. Obviously he's a legend. He's one of the GOATs. And it's funny because I'm like, can I get a picture? He's like, sure. And he's like holding up the book as if I was going to as if I needed a proof shot. I'm like, oh no. I go, I'm keeping this book, and I still have actually. Let me find it. Hold on a second.
Okay. While we're doing that, I'm going to put out a bigger clear cut card for you guys. I know we got 31 people in. We usually do some of the bigger cards at the end, but here's a Heroes card from Clear Cut. It's the Paul Coffey, one of the short print autos, 1980s hockey autos. Clear Cut. We'll put this out. I know there's some Oilers fans on board. Stuff's going to kind of be all over the place tonight. If you tuned in for just a normal auction, I'm sorry. We're trying to have some fun with you guys and have some fun with Billy. So hopefully you guys are enjoying it as much as I do. Billy and I get to talk once in a while, but it's always fun to see that on there. Patrick, if I don't get to that question right away, I want to hear the answer to that one too. So just remind me when we get a little bit more time here. I want to ask him about the expansion teams and stuff like that. Steve starts us with $20. Oh, here's Billy with his book.
This is my book, and it says he signed it up. Basically, it was already signed. Like he was there, and I think they pre-signed him, and then he would personalize it. So it says to Billy, all the best. He put Mr. Hockey, he put Hall of Fame 72. And yeah, so for guys that have passed away, that's probably one of my favorites for obvious reasons. For guys that haven't passed away, I know I don't know if he's still in legal trouble or not, so I'm not sure, but I'm telling you what, we had were you at the CDD conference when we had who was it? It was Larry Robinson came in along with Sittler and the guy that I want to talk about. Who's the guy that holds the record for the most penalty minutes?
You're not thinking, is it Probert or Tiger Williams?
Tiger Williams. Oh my
Tiger
gosh.
Williams, yeah.
So Tiger must have been talking off Carlin's ear. And so Carlin is like, "Hey, Billy, come here." And this was that dinner that Angelo had. I don't know if you were there or not.
Yeah, we were in
Okay.
Toronto.
Yeah, in Toronto. And Carlin like pulls me over and he's like, "Hey, I'd like to introduce you to Tiger Williams. He wants to talk to you about a set." I'm just like, okay. I must have spent about 30 minutes just sitting there talking to Tiger Williams. He wanted an enforcer set. He's just going on and he's telling me stories. I told him I'm from Michigan. He's talking to me about kosher because he played with kosher back in the day, and he's just going on and on. And man, that dude is full of stories, and he doesn't censor himself. Like he's dropping F-bombs left and right, and I'm just cracking up. Like I got a picture with him afterwards. I'm like, thank you so much for making this dinner like so much fun. And I got to spend about 30 minutes just talking to Tiger Williams, and he was a riot. And I think we ended up doing an enforcer set because of it. And I don't think it went too. I don't think it was that popular. I I don't. Maybe it was the Gong Show Grinders in full force.
Yeah, that didn't
I'm
go
not
very
sure.
well. Yeah.
No, there might have been another. There might have been another insert, but I want to say it was in
I should have dug
UD1.
out some of those full force. I should have dug out
Yeah,
some of those full force to put on here to show. Have you guys seen those red faced ones with their the negatives of their teeth? This guy's in charge of that card too. So
that was
uh,
me.
we those find their way into our giggle pot here quite often. We're at $45 looking for 45, looking for 50. Yeah, Katie likes the clappers. She likes the clappers card. Corey Anthony
I
wants to know
think
a
you need
chance of bringing
to.
back some Dryden, but I know that's not happening. He's not.
What was I going to say? Oh, I think you need to remind these guys how rare this specific insert was. Just so you know, these the decades one, the hockey heroes were tough pulls in clear cut. Not to bump the price up on anybody, but gonna get a deal if it's at where it's at.
Well, that's Canadian too, Billy. I know that's what I was thinking too. I have about 150 on this card. I thought I'd put it out to show some different sets of there. I'm surprised how low it is too, especially we've got some Oilers fans in here, but usually I do the higher end stuff a little later in the night, but who knows? We've already been on 45 minutes, so there's going to be some deals tonight for sure. That's the way it goes. We're at $47 once, $47 going once.
They all left because they don't want to listen to us talk.
Yeah. There's a giggle pot attempt, 69 by Sean and 69 by Chad. Giggle pot attempts of the night. I've got some upper deck prizes here that we can use for giggle pot attempts for sure. Or giggle pots. This one's not going to last long. There, it's at 70. Steve's at 48. Bruce says it's only coffee.
It's coffee, and he's not wearing his Red Wings uniform, so that could be it too.
There you go. One of the greatest defensemen of all time, highest scoring defenseman. Play with Gretzky. How many Stanley Cups has this guy got? 4, and it's a $70 card. But I know that's the way card guys think, right? Like You weren't back in it back in the day, but when jersey cards first came and one color jersey cards, oh my God, that was a jersey card, and then an auto, and then a serial number, and then now they're like, oh, does it have their fingerprints on it? So
Ooh, there's an idea for a new set.
yeah, I could see the legal paperwork on that one. Upper Deck is already saying no. I've seen the contracts I have to sign with them. I can't imagine the player contracts. We just need your fingerprints for these cards.
Think about though the defensemen that the Wings had. I mean, they had Coffee, and then they get Chelios, and they have Lindstrom, and then the joke back in the day was who's the second best defender on the Red Wings, and the answer was always whoever's playing with Lindstrom. You know, uh, they've been blessed. Cronwell had his day, but he's gotten old, and now unfortunately our weakest area is defense. But man, we had some good ones back in the day. Back when we could buy everybody, that was fun. I miss those days. We felt like the Yankees of hockey.
They would have looked good with Lafreniere sitting there. I'll tell you that. They now they're looking. I don't know. You guys are going to be tight. Yeah, you guys kind of got the snow job there. Okay, well, we're going to sell this one off. Nobody's interested in Paul Coffey tonight. Sean's going to steal this one for $70. Sean steals this one for $70. Billy, that was clear cut. Now I'm going to move on to SB Game Used. I know this card I'm going to show next is not the specific cards near to dear card, but this set, because you've designed a lot of this set. This was your baby, I believe. Can you tell me about these?
So
these
how often do you sit there? Like,
what can you tell me about these?
Yeah. So a lot of people, how excited do you get when you get a large one color jersey card? It sucks. And we've done it. Look at Contours. That was like huge jersey swatches, one color. Our competitors do it too. You know, we thought that bigger was better, but if it's one color, it's really boring. So we decide. I'm like, you know what would be cool? And like I said, I kind of collect autographs and whatnot. And I'm like, a lot of people get like these jerseys framed. Like, what if we use like the PETG, the acetate, and kind of make the design of the jersey using using like the four colors on the acetate, and then the jersey part, the big jersey swatch, can be the jersey. And I'm telling you what, our design team did a great job of interpreting what I was asking for. I couldn't ask for anything better. And I think these are. I wish they gave out awards that were legit. Like sometimes they'll give out awards at like conventions or whatever where other card companies aren't there. So like one company will win all the awards because Upper Deck's not there, or someone else isn't there.
We won Sports Card of the Year. What do you say?
So I don't think there's a better one color jersey card in the market, and that goes for basketball, baseball, football, UFC, wrestling, tennis, swimming. I don't know, whatever. I think this is the sexiest one color jersey card. And I told you I might show you some of my collection. This is one that I was really excited that I got. It's the I'll try to get the glare out. It's the Lindstrom All-Star. You know, I talked with my I talked. Oh, here we go. I talked with my coordinator, and he's just like, "Do you want to see the Lindstrom also?" I'm like, "Yes, I will buy one if you get one." And there's that. That's cool. Now I do have a funny story. So, and you'll kind of get to see. So we have to give specific directions on what jersey to use, because obviously, if we're doing this the white lettering that you see on I'm pointing on my screen. If you see the white lettering on the Crawford, you have to make sure you use a red jersey. And that can be home, like, so make sure you use the home jersey. Make sure you use the away jersey if it's different. So we had the Red Wings card the first year, and it was we needed a Red Wings a Red Wings away jersey, the whites. So they made the card, and this is what we ended up with, if you can see.
Oh,
it's all red.
Yeah.
It's an Iserman all red. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, guys, what happened? Like, why didn't, well, guess what? And I have guess what's on the sleeves of a Red Wings jersey?
Oh, the red.
Red.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and
So
then
that's what they
and they have stuff at the bottom, red. And they used pieces from the jersey, but they're told to cut from a specific jersey. They don't know like all the rest of what the card is supposed to be. So it was unfortunate because it's an Iserman jersey. I bought one because I didn't care. It's still Iserman. But yeah, these are by far my favorite cards, and there's a few really short printed ones too. I want to say Jonathan Taves is
Larry and
nearly
Barb just said.
impossible. What?
Larry and Barb just commented. They said they love their Gretzky one. They've got the Gretzky frameworks.
Oh, the
Larry and Barb
Gretzky
just
one this
said
year
so.
is gorgeous. Yes, the Gretzky one this year is gorgeous. I was very happy we made that card. The McDavids are nice. I'm still in the. I think I have on my e-pack. I think I have an applicator. For those of you who don't know, Applicator is my favorite Red Wing. He's slowly but surely getting replaced by Bertuzzi because I don't know how much longer Applicator's got left in the league. But he's also a Michigan State guy. I'm a big Michigan State fan. And when you win a national championship for my college in the last minute of the game, in the national championship game, you tend to gain a few fans that way. And so that's what Applicator did, and I've followed him ever since Michigan State. He's a hometown guy.
Awesome. There's a question here. Billy Gerald wants to know if any of the actual players have any input in the design of cards.
No. I see our competitors doing that a little bit. I don't know how I feel about it. It's a interesting gimmick. It is, and you know what? It's a gimmick that could be successful with other people, but I don't necessarily know if Connor McDavid's interested in designing a hockey card set. Who knows? We haven't really looked into that idea. I think one of the first ones I saw was like Bryce Harper made a Topps baseball set, and I mean it's the soundbite. They're paying for the soundbite.
Absolutely. Sean, we've got chronology in the queue here, so just keep any chronology questions for that. We're going to end this one off. This one is sold now. So this Crawford one color jersey card is sold for $27, Billy. There you go. That's what you're talking about. Awesome design. Definitely makes the card. That's gone. Here's another SB Game Use card coming up. It's an authentic rookie. It's a former Kelowna Rocket, Madison Bowie, and it's numbered 7 of 49. What can you tell us about this? It's from 1718 SB Game Used. I know you put a lot of veteran content in the Game Used, but rookie stuff super important as well, right?
Yeah. One of the things when people ask about veteran content, SP Game Use is great because we get all those. We get the All-Star Skills Competition jerseys, and so there aren't a lot of rookies that usually make the skills competition. You'll find a couple. Your boy Besser, I know, had a really nice All-Star game one year, but his rookie, I think it was his rookie year. But so we have lots of opportunities with net cords, with pucks, with those jerseys, and just even in the base set to add a lot of veteran content and game use stuff in there. I mean, people still want the rookies, and I remember a few years ago, or not a few years ago, but when it happened, I think it was McDavid's rookie year. We wanted to kind of change it up a little bit, and that's when we kind of went to the one pack thing. And I'm going to be honest with you, like I had conversations with Grant back in the day, and one of the things that was really frustrating with SP Game Used is, you buy it by the pack. It's 20 something dollars for one pack, and you get a one color jersey card. And why not make something where you get a bunch of memorabilia cards or autograph cards, you get a couple base cards and stuff, and you can put it at an even cheaper price, but you save some money on packaging and stuff, and you save on like the base cards and whatnot. And I do understand people collect base cards, but I don't really see out on the secondary market SP Game use base cards. Do you? I don't know. Like, do you have your shop full of old SP Game use base cards? No, a lot of people just put those sets
No, but the
together
new
and
ones numbered their jersey numbers.
exactly. So we decided let's number these to their jersey number, and then we come up with some parallels, and it's always funky. We've gotten some feedback, and we've been told people like funky numbers. So that was part of the fun, is coming up with different numbers. Like, okay, it's 100 plus his age. It's 200 plus his draft year. It's 100 plus the most goals that he scored in a year. 200 plus number of points in a season. Just weird stuff. And that was kind of fun, is coming up with different numbered inserts for the parallels. And that's that way. If you do want to collect a set, maybe you can collect the silver foil set, or maybe you can collect the orange set. If you're really ambitious, collect the green storm 1 of 1 set. But yeah, SP Game Use had a little transformation probably about 5 years ago, and I really like what's happened with it. And I think our design team keeps getting better and better at the base design, at the rookie design and stuff like that, to where it's a very collectible set, very attractive, and a lot of people like it. SP Game Use is losing its umph, and it is one of those, like, you sit there and say, like, faster Feeman. Yeah.
Feast or famine.
Feast or famine. Thank you. Oh my gosh, feast or famine. But I think we've evened out the playing field a little bit on those. Yes, there's some big hits in there. I can't even imagine what the Alexi say Alexi's 11 next year, or the Makar out of 6. That's like a couple $1,000 card right there, out of his rookie card now. There's only 6 of those. There's 5 of those cards because one of them's autographed. So
8. I think he wears 8. So,
or is it 8? Sorry.
Yeah.
My bad. Anyway, still, like, just think about how rare those cards are, compared to and how valuable they are. Well, we try to, as I said, even it out. You might get a cool patch in this pack. You might get a netcord card in another pack, where before it was just like a bunch of cards, and you needed that big autograph or big memorabilia piece to at least get your money back on something. Ooh, these are popular cards.
Awesome. Okay, so there's a couple questions here. So there's Matt wants to know if you've ever used Game Use sock cards. I know I've seen sock cards on the market, but you might want to explain into that. And then Gerald wants to know, do you get players that don't want to sign cards, and how does that work when the players don't want to sign the cards? Jump into that while we're on the market. This is a Mary Lemieux jersey card numbered 16 of 99. This is, again, another good one that I thought I'd roll out. And I'm spoiling you guys a little bit early. Hopefully it goes a little more than some of these other ones, but we'll see. But you want to just jump on a couple of those questions there while we sell this one off?
I've come into contact with McDavid socks. I know that those have been in cards. And you want to know one of the weirdest memorabilias that we've gotten? I think it was Phil Esposito's knee brace. I think we've put that into cards. His knee brace, and it's got some wonky metal on it too. But yes, socks have been in cards for sure. It's not something that, it's not in our a deal of anything to get stuff, but occasionally, if we see it in auctions, or if it's part of our contract with a player, we'll get stuff like that. It's been in cards. And then the second question was something I can't remember.
I joke around with players all the time not to leave their jock straps around, because you guys will be cutting those off. Up. Gerald wants
Oh,
to know if how many players don't want to sign these cards, and how doesn't that work? How does that work?
as I said, we do deals. We sign contracts with players, and then we send out cards. We have contracts with these guys. If for some reason they don't want to sign, I think Grant mentioned it in another interview on players or on Jeremy's show. Uh, it's we do our best to get it. We'll talk to the agent, we'll talk to the player. We continually will ask, and there's just some guys that back out on the deal that they have with us, and what can you do? It's not a good look if you go, ooh, I see the 69. It's not a good look if you sit there and say, oh, we're going to sue you, because we got to deal with agents, we got to deal with, and who knows what kind of situation they're in at the time and what mindset they're in. So unfortunately, most players, if they have a contract with us, they might not get it in on a timely manner, but most players will sign their stuff eventually.
Perfect. That's a good way to answer that. I know some of them are just a plain pain in the ass. I can say that, you can't. But that's the way the way she goes. This is a good card right here. This is the 50 Gold Club piece of history. Mary Lemieux. Chad has 69 attempt for once. For if you guys haven't tuned into our show, you guys are new to that. We're a little immature here. We run a 69 giggle pot. If you win an auction with a 69 bid, there's something kicking around. I skipped over this card, guys. I've got a beauty for the end. A treat for you guys to stick to the end. I'm going to run this one a little later. So there's another card from SB Game Use. This is an awesome card. It's from the Heritage Classic. It's part of the puck. You can see the Game Use puck and stuff on there. Again, it's a short print and it doesn't have serial numbers. Billy, how do you guys determine what has serial numbers, what doesn't, what determines a super short print and a short print? Does that all come after you get the product back, or does that kind of
No,
predetermined?
that's already predetermined. When I build a set, sometimes when you want to ratio cards, it gives your coordinator who creates the checklist, it gives them some flexibility for guys that might not sign. It also gives flexibility in a something like the autograph cards in SP Game Use. I believe the blue autos are all ratioed. Well, we need to hit a certain number of autographs to hit a certain requirement. And it gives the coordinator flexibility to put somebody in that might not necessarily sign for, like, we'll just use Jack Eichel when he was with Leaf, just as an example, because I don't want to use like examples now. But we're not going to get autographs in the base set for Jack Eichel, so we need to make up those autographs somewhere. So if we were to number all of the autograph cards and then some of them don't come in, then we're kind of screeching car. Sorry, we're kind of stuck. So you always want to leave a little bit of flexibility with ratios for something like that McDavid. There's some stuff that just, if you number it, numbered out of we'll say 25, might not be as sexy as one in 25,432. Someone sees that number and is like, whoa, those are really rare, as opposed to, there's 25 copies of these. And we kind of have to think in our head, what are we going to get the most value out of? Are we going to get value out of it being ratioed, or are we going to get value out of it being numbered? And we don't mind that mystery. So like, there are people out there that argue like, oh, everything should be numbered. Young guns aren't numbered. They don't need to be, and I don't think they need to be numbered. That's
Hold on, Billy. We'll get back to you on that question. I'm just going to show Chad his 69 pot, and then I'm going to switch up gears, and then you can come back to that question. Sorry. So to honor Billy tonight, I've got a bunch of overtime packs free here, Chad. Cutting out. There you go. So we're getting got this. It's hard to see. It's a Bounty Toque, Upper Deck Bounty Toque. I know Chad lives in Alberta, so he's probably freezing his butt off already. He's probably already got snow out that way. Billy, you don't know what snow is? It's a funny white stuff on the ground. Hey, this is
No,
Chad's.
all
I'm
the
gonna put some overtime cards out here and then go on to the next item. Sorry, Billy, finish what your statement was there. I didn't mean to cut you off.
My statement was all the rich people in California go to Big Bear where they make snow. So yeah, we know what snow is. It's where all the celebrities go to vacation from the hot sun.
There you go. Okay, so this is overtime product. This is a rookie card. So you mix rookie cards and everything in here. Here's one of the red serial numbers, 94 of 99. Can you tell us how you came around to designing overtime and why they're a bonus pack per box?
You know, we want to do our best to help out our distributors and help out our shops. And that's what overtime is. You know, you're the distributors. It's kind of like a group effort, and we came up with these packs to help shops out, to help sell product. You know, you see it at the expo all the time. How many people will buy a box of Upper Deck Series 1 from a diamond dealer, as opposed to a non-diamond dealer, when they know they can run over to the Upper Deck booth and they get like a mystery pack or the black packs or the priority signings and stuff like that. It's the same thing, but it's in a much bigger scale. You know, we created a whole bunch of packs that we give out to our diamond dealers and distributed through our distributors. And it's just kind of like a reward for guys buying product from you guys. You're not going to see this.
Awesome.
You're not going to see. Go ahead.
We give them away during pre-order. So if you pre-order a box, you get your packs. Sometimes if I'm in a good mood, you get your packs. And then as Katie will sneak them in. And the other time we use them for good promos and break nights and people missing stuff. So it just depends on what day you catch me when we're using the overtime packs.
And there's some big, like someone just messaged our customer
Bruce
service.
Is at $12 for 15.
Someone messaged our customer service and was asking about an overtime card, and it was a rookie Austin Matthews autograph that came out of overtime. Like there's some good cards in these packs. We don't just throw out junk. There's some good rookie content throughout the 3 waves of overtime.
Well, yeah, I've got a Canucks one coming up in 2 here that you guys are going to really like, all you Canucks fans that have stuck with us. I'll give you a hint. The guy came up really big in the playoffs, and this is numbered out of 3. So Canucks fans.
Is it Mark Messier?
That's it. You're going to have all these guys hating you. We're at $15. $15. They lost. Not only did they lose Trevor Linden in that deal, they get Mark Messier. And they still haven't forgot about it, and that was how many years ago? Jeez. Is
it my favorite Michigan State hockey player that I was going to show you a card of? Is it my boy Ryan Miller?
Oh no, it's not Ryan Miller, but that's a good guess. He's a current Canuck, and he was big in the playoffs. It's an auto out of 3. It is a nice one. Chad wants a Gino Ojic. That's about as high as Gino can count. I've hung out with him a few times. Just don't tell him that. We were once, we were twice on $15. Even there we go. Twice on $15 on this Max Domi out of 15. Now we're not here to mouth off the moose. Tyler's an Oilers fan, so he's gonna love any Messier stuff all the time, of course. But
was it Dominic?
Steve's got it. There's a yeah, that guy's man, for what is such an ugly style, that guy was absolutely awesome. Hey,
oh no,
Steve says Sean said he bought. Go ahead.
We get in arguments at work because JT is a huge Brodeur fan, and there's I think Randy's a huge Wah fan. I think the all-time best goalie is Hasek. And I'm not saying that as a homer because he played for the Red Wings, because honestly, Osgood was almost as good as he was for one or two of those years. But no, just what he did with what he had, and his build and his. I still think Hasek is the GOAT for goalies for modern day. I don't. It's hard to compare modern day to the old timers, so I'll just say modern day.
There you go. It's we missed a couple bids there, guys. Sorry, that's the way it goes. Once I push sold, that's the way she ends. This is the Kirby Doc rookie out of 99, Kirby Doc red rookie out of 99. I was with JT when he met Broder there. We were in the back room hanging out with Broder before he came out and did his signing in Toronto, and he was speechless. He couldn't really say anything. It was the first time I've probably ever seen him speechless, so it was pretty funny.
No, lucky you.
He's not. Hey, he's not the best guy in the world to meet. We'll just leave that there. He's Broder's. You know how he comes across in that commercial? That's about how he is in real life. I've met him 3-4 times now, so definitely. I'd rather hang out with you, Billy, than Martin Broder. So
he's the one in the
I was a little
right?
bummed.
Yeah.
The expo they had Lindstrom on. Our talent acquisition guy Lindstrom was supposed to stop by the booth to say hi to me, because that's the first. I mean, that's one of my favorite players too. Of the older, like, it went from Lindstrom to Applicator, but Lindstrom was my boy for a long time, and I was supposed to meet him, and Lindstrom just got too busy. I don't know if you remember or not, but I think he ran late, and unfortunately didn't have time. That was a little bit of a bummer, but it is what it is. One day. And when I go to those things, it's our job isn't to sit and our job is to work. It's unfortunately we don't get to play around and see all the athletes.
Are you
Angelo
saying
always
that's what I do? Play around?
Oh no.
The night that you were talking about there with Tiger Williams, we actually had Sittler at our table for probably half an hour of that, and he told the longest story I've ever heard from an athlete. But it was so awesome. He just kept going on and on and
those old guys got stories.
Kept using my phone as a prop.
I don't mean to interrupt. I'm gonna leave and come back
because you're been texting back and forth, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be the time." She sends me that. So, but how rare are these? This is a numbered out of 99 rookie card of the 3rd overall draft pick. That's $15 looking for 20. Billy's gonna go and reset. Looks like he's gonna go get a cushion for his milk crate.
Now all of a sudden you cleaned up, so you're good. You're good.
We're having fun,
and you're good. I'm gonna do it now.
If you guys got other questions for him, we'll try to get. Oh no, now he's had enough. But it's going good. I hope you guys are having fun. We're having fun. We're at $20 looking for 25, 20 looking for 25. Do you guys like this style? Should I get more people from the industry on here to enjoy it with us? Would you like that? Katie's saying,
if you don't talk at the same time.
Oh well, that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen for sure. We are at once at $20, once at $20. Katie, is Billy trying to get back in there now? Is that what happens?
Oh, I'm back.
Yeah, there you go.
Here's my
now he's back.
Here's one of my pride and joys. There's my Applicator Cup auto patch with a nice piece of the wing there.
That's a nice card, yeah.
And then I picked this one up at the last show that we went to. Or the last expo. I did get
canceled today. Hey?
Yeah, it sucks, but it makes sense. There's my Bertuzzi
Cup. I might have an upgrade for that. I might have a patch upgrade for you there. On that
I don't need an upgrade. I need another one.
Bruce says we sound like he's going through the McDonald's drive-through. Sorry, buddy. That's the way she goes. When we started this show, Billy, we came back from having dinner with you like what 6 months ago in March. Maddie and I were with you, and then one of our buddies said we're in our middle of the 60s somewhere, middle of our 60s show, so we're tricking along and having fun, and people enjoy it. But who would have thought I might have gone out and bought a good camera and all that stuff if I would have known we were going to be around that long.
You save your good camera for your OnlyFans site, right?
Okay, I don't want to sound dumb, but I don't know what an OnlyFans thing is. I've seen this in Facebook and stuff. What is that? Oh, Billy doesn't even know.
Oh, I do know. It's basically
Yeah.
where people can post stuff, and then you can tip them to see more stuff.
Oh, I got you. I got you. Like girls are showing hockey cards, and then for more money they'll show nicer hockey cards.
Yeah. Do you want to see the Crosby? Yeah, tip me.
Do you want to see the patch card? Do you want to see the 2-color patch card? Anyways,
Yeah.
okay, we are at once to Gerald at $27 for this Kirby dock. Sean says, I love the work at Upper Deck. My collection would probably be double the size. Just a side note, they have to bet. They have to buy everything they're given or not given. You buy at secondary market, except for you get an employees only set. Is that correct?
We get employee cards quarterly, and those are the only cards we're allowed to like sell or do anything with. And I actually that Bertuzzi, I actually traded my Pedersen PMG for the Bertuzzi at the expo. I brought all my PMGs and just did trades with people because we did a trade night and I wanted to be involved with everybody. But yeah, we don't get anything. We get like our payday packs. We'll get like a pack of cards, but everything that I've been showing you is stuff that I have personally bought or traded. You know, I know card shops complain about EPAC. I should be complaining about EPAC because I spend too much on it. But yep, unfortunately, we don't get free. I have to go through a whole case of cards to make sure everything falls accordingly, and then I just have to give that to our QA guys. So it is what it is.
Hey, no,
Yeah, I will
no
show
fun
you.
stuff.
So people always ask me what my favorite card is. I traded. You're gonna maybe not believe this. I traded an Austin Matthews Young Gun for this, and it was when he was hot too. But I didn't think that I could find anything sicker than this for one of my PC guys. I got Steve Yzerman. That's a Supreme patch. It's from the All-Star jersey, and it's the NHL Shield from it. So yeah, that's that. If you want to know what my prized possession hockey card wise, that's it right there. I've got stuff worth more. I got stuff way more valuable and stuff, but this is definitely my favorite card that I own, just because it's I messaged my boss Grant. I'm like, what do you think about this trade? He goes, it's a Matthews Young Gun. He goes, but you ain't gonna see a patch like that ever again. And I'm like, I know. You know, an all-star jersey. Those come once. You know, you only get one of those. So that's my prized possession. Ooh, look at that. Who's that? Oh yeah, he had a good playoff. You froze up on me. Can you hear me?
I got a Matthews BGS 10. I could trade you for that if you want. You want to trade that Stevie Y back?
Nope.
Sorry, I can hear you. Yeah, I'm a little. The camera's freezing here. I don't know why. This is the Bo Horvat 3 of 3. Bo Horvat 3 of 3. There you go. Can you see that there? I'll put it out. Well, can you hear us, Billy? We're having a little bit of technical difficulties. This is number 3 of 3. Okay, Bo Horvat, numbered in the losing you there.
I'll give you a little background on this one. I mean, you want to talk about how many overtime packs that you get. Okay, now imagine every single card shop are getting overtime packs. So think about how many overtime packs there are. And this card's numbered out of 3. That's a rare card. And it looks like you got some Vancouver fans in the house.
Got some Vancouver fans on it. We had the Bobby Orr auto out of 3 pulled a couple years ago when you guys had it.
Oh,
in there.
wow. Yeah,
And it was right after a lady
really...
had just complained. Billy's feed's good. It's ours. Should I reset and come back in, Katie? No, I can't do that.
You guys need to just not talk over each other.
Well, it's hard for us to banter when it's like that.
I know, but
$80 to Mr. D on this Horvat number 3 of 3. It's an awesome card for sure. I'm sorry if you guys can't hear my audio. We're not here to hear me talk anyways. We want to listen to more of Billy's stories. I guess this overtime set just keeps going more and more, Billy. You can put, you guys can build it to whatever you want because it's your own design. But it just the cost of it because it is a free product.
Yeah, it's we have a certain number. We don't build more and more and more of the stuff. It's been pretty consistent throughout the years, and we make 3 waves of it. So it's usually the waves usually correlate with different products. You'll always get like wave 1 with something like UD1 and artifacts, I think, and something else. Then UD2 is usually like wave 2 and stuff. So it sometimes the products kind of change with what it comes with, but for the most part, it's we don't jump all around on these things that often. But there's enough of it out there that a card out of 3 is pretty rare. That's like
what drives me nuts about this set is you've got. Oh, go ahead.
No, all you.
What drives me nuts about this set is the photo variations, and we don't quite know all the photo variations. Would it be that hard to just put on the back? And I know I've asked you this privately. Would it be that hard to just put like photo variation or 108B instead of 108A, something like that, to just let people know so they're not selling stuff or giving it away?
Where's the fun in that? Do you buy contenders? Do you buy all the Tops? Do you buy Tops baseball? And do they give you a list of all the variations before the and do they give you a different number and all other stuff, the card number when those the day those come out?
On the back of the cards, they've got that little code number that you have to read with a magnifying glass, but at least it is a little different. But I know I was you and I were drinking somewhere in Toronto that one product that came out with the 100th anniversary or whatever it was, and you wouldn't even tell me how many variations were in the set. You Cardboard Connection was bugging us, and we were trying to figure out who we could put in there. And you go,
I'll tell you this much: how much fun is Peachy this year, and how much fun was it last year? I love it. It's great. Tony has done a great job with all the different variations of the photos and stuff like that. And they're photo variations. There's no tell on what the variations are. You got to kind of figure out the theme, and it's fun. Yes, I know there's people that rip and flip, and it sucks for them. I'm sorry. But how many times do we hear that we need collectors? We don't need we need more collectors, and that rippers and flippers are taking over the hobby. Well, we're making it tougher for the rippers and flippers.
That it definitely is. I can tell you, being that my job. Yes.
Are you a ripper? Are you a ripper, Chris? You're a ripper and a flipper?
We go to the rippers.
Have Maddie go through all your base cards and give him a quarter for every variation he finds.
I'm moving on. This is overtime. We've got Chronology next on queue. I've still got like 4 or 5 products you've designed here. We've been here an hour and a half. so we might have to speed things up a little bit.
Trin
But
said
we're
it could go a bit
but we're
later.
having fun. Hopefully you're hanging in there. You still doing okay, Billy?
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Okay. I might need to buy you a computer chair next time I see you. We'll start
No,
we'll start a
I said
GoFundMe.
I said when COVID started, I'm gonna rearrange everything, and my big like filing cabinet of autographs, as you see behind me, those are all, like I told you, I collect autographs. Maybe you want to zoom on me real quick because it'll
Okay, I
show.
don't know how Kate. She just left. I don't know how she does that. Hold on.
But like these
Sorry.
are all the 8x10s. Those, okay, no, even bigger. Okay, I guess you can see. So I got like signed scripts up here, up there. I got, these are all 8x10s. It goes all the way across. These are all 11x14s. These are all 12x18s with a couple books of 16x20s of all celebrity autographs that I collect. So I've got in the thousands. I try to figure out like how many I have and
Perfect.
how
And
long I've been in
what's your address
California.
again?
It is shoot, I was gonna give them your address, but I don't have my phone. I can't do it because I'm using my phone.
Yeah. Let's not do that either. We've got it's especially with what we got going on. Uh-oh, Stefan Perot just joined us. Stefan, what's going on? We've got Q&A with Billy. We're going over all the products. Plus, we've got an auction. So we've been going over all the products and throwing some stuff out here. We're just having fun. We're talking about chronology next. Here's one of the Letterman chronology Letterman that we're going to throw out here. Dennis Hall. This is autograph 15 of 20. Letterman, Dennis Hall. I know chronology's in the works coming up here, Billy. What can you tell me about chronology?
I'm going to start off with the first chronology set, and as we stated at the CD conference, this is probably one of the largest retired products that are out there, or with autograph signers of retired players. It's we did a great. It's our first product with the Alumni Association, and I think we knocked it out of the park from a standpoint of there's a Facebook group about for chronology, of collectors of chronology. I can't say I don't know of any other sets that we've made where there's people that are just trying to find all the letters like you have listed right here. There's people on a Facebook group for chronology trying to find all the letters for these guys to spell the names and everything like that, which I think is just great. We did our little time capsules with the minis and stuff like that, and those initially it was funny. People were getting those, and they're just like, "Oh, I opened it and got this, and where's the value?" I'm like, "The value is if you don't open it up sometimes. Like the value is the mystery." So that it took a while to get the hockey card collector to understand what the time capsules were, and where the value in those were. And there were there's some rare cards in there. There's some beautiful autographs in there. So there's a chance of getting some good stuff. And even if you don't get one of the autographs or the blank backs, whatever, like those cards are, I think, numbered out of 60. So there's still some really rare cards that are coming out of those time capsules of Hall of Fame hockey players. So those were fun. As the base set, the the team sets and stuff like that, and there were a few other cool inserts, and we've kept a lot of the same content for the next chronology, but we've added it's active players next time around. But not only is it active players, but we've continued to pursue a lot of retired guys that haven't signed for us in a long time. And so not only are you going to see active guys, but you're going to see some of these guys that maybe didn't make it into Series 1, but we saw that there was a market for these guys that you haven't seen autographs from in years. So we went out and got even more guys for that set. So Chronology 2 is going to be pretty sweet, pretty sweet. I'm excited for it. I think we did a great job with the first one. It surprised me. Honestly, I thought, okay, this has a niche market. It has certain people that are going to love it and other people that are just going to be like, next product. And it really turned into a much bigger market than I thought it was going to have when it first came out. And I'm happy about that. Patrick, I like your profile picture, by the way. Good job. It's got gritty on there. Seems to be pretty popular. Let's see. With Halls, are there 20
Billy,
L's
Katie
or
asked
40
this
L's?
question.
40.
I get
There's
asked this
40.
question all the time. All the time.
There's 40 L's.
So there'd be
But
20 of every letter.
Yes. 20 of every letter.
Perfect. There you go. They won't believe me when I tell them that. So they'll have a whole set out of 10, and then it's just like it doesn't work that way. So thank you for clarifying. We've got the whole name bar from Draft Day set, Draisaitl and Pettersson on display at the store right now.
Hey, I got another card to show off while people are bidding. Since your boys got knocked out of the playoffs, but you constantly remind me who the reigning champions are in NBA basketball. Here is at one time your all-time leading scorer and my favorite Toronto Raptor. Is it Vince Carter? No. Is it Tracy McGrady? No. Any idea?
What is this? All-time Raptors? All-time
At one point, he was the all-time leading scorer for the Raptors. And he's my favorite Raptor of all time.
Stottlemyre? Did you say no to Stottlemyre? No.
Nope.
Wasn't T-Mac. Wasn't Carter. I don't know. Who do you got there?
I want to see if some people guess, too, while they're bidding.
Okay. We'll see what pops up. Maddie just came in. Maddie, who's the all-time leading scorer for the Toronto Raptors?
No, he was. At one point, he was the all-time leading scorer.
Vince Carter?
No, it's not Carter. Not Stottlemyre, he said.
Not McGrady.
Not Tracy McGrady. No.
I think it's DeMar DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan, Maddie wants to know.
Nope. Maddie's too young for this one. Oh, that's my hint.
It's going to be some old Detroit player.
He was a Big Ten sixth player of the year.
Bosch?
3 answers. Chris Bosch there, guys are asking.
No.
Nope, not Chris Bosch. Sean is saying he can't wait to collect the Diamond Relics for Series 2. I've got a couple Diamond Relic cards coming up here. I've got a Daniel Sedin Diamond Relic and a Larry Murphy Diamond.
He's trash talking the Raptors, Maddie.
Yeah.
There's part of a hint. Can you tell by his hands?
Can you see, Maddie? I'm not on the air. You can see. Well, we got the
Who is
in
it?
front of that, so that's not.
Who is it? Mo Peterson.
He was the leading scorer for the Raptors, Mo Pete.
At one point in time, he was the leading scorer because he was on the Raptors for so many years compared to all the other guys that would be there for a couple of years and leave.
Well, they're cold up there. You know, it's tough making that much money. So
he won a national
you're not a huge NBA guy.
State.
Stefan's another Yankee. He wants to know who are the Raptors. I don't know how you guys get into this feed here, Stefan.
Sorry, I don't have any big country autographs.
Hey, I just had one the other night. I just had a big country Reeves and a Raheem autograph sitting. Oh man, I just had them out. I honestly just had them sitting here, asking Maddie if he wants them. He just said no.
Hey, Vancouver Grizzlies could.
We are $36 on this Dennis Hall going once. We're going to be $36 on this Dennis Hall going twice. I'm going to move this on a little faster, guys. Sorry if we got delays and whatnot. I'm sorry. It just is what it is. We're going to do that. We're going to put this. I've got a Shane Corson Chronology auto coming up, and then a couple Chronology diamond cards. I do have the Gretzky diamond card sitting at the shop if anybody needs that one out here. This is going to be sold to Patrick. Patrick is taking. Bruce has just said big sleep country. That's about right. Go ahead, Billy.
I didn't say anything, but I just hope you didn't plan on making money today because we're talking too much. Sorry.
That's okay. We're having fun. We can sell cards any day. It's more fun to get on here, show some of these products, talk. I think a lot of these guys agree. We appreciate you being on here, spending the time on here, and it was more just just for us, just to show what the stuff is and what you're about, kind of thing. And we've got we're just more having fun, I think, than anything. That's pretty much what this program rolls with. Anybody that tunes in on a regular basis can hear Katie and I swearing at each other or making jokes or who knows. Tyler, you know what? Cup's coming up. We got Cup coming up tonight. I didn't pick any monsters. I got a really nice autograph signature patch of the newest Vesna winner. I've got a Brilliance autograph of maybe a goalie that's in the Stanley Cup Finals. I've got an enshrinements of Calgary Flames. Mixing it up a little bit. I didn't know what we would have on here. I got that McDavid puck, game used puck to come up in a little bit. It's a little bit of mix and match. And then, of course, I got Series 1, Series 2. I got a Kako Young Gun there, and I got a Doc Young Gun sitting here. We'll see if we get to them.
You might have to trim a little.
Well, that's what she said.
Just do two cards per product?
We are once. Katie's trying to cut us down here already, Billy. How about that? Shane Corson, Chronology autograph.
It'd be a lot cleaner too if Katie wasn't talking in the background while we're trying to talk. Like maybe it wouldn't be as much jerky.
That it's hard when we're trying to banter back and forth. We got to come up with a right program for that. Sean says he needs a Gretzky for his second set. Well, Sean, maybe we'll talk after. I don't know if I'm ready to part with it, but who knows? Do you have Gerald wants to know if you got Probert or kosher cards would be sweet. What do you got? Anything planned for those guys?
I believe they're both in the alumni. We had a deal with Probert, and we put out some cards. I think recently. I think he was in Artifacts. Unfortunately, I think they put him in as a Blackhawk. And then kosher. I think there might be some stuff in the works. Trust me, I'm rooting for it. I would love to have a.
Robert's got a Letterman.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure he's in the alumni, so I'm pretty sure he's in this set. And we might have had like a stick or a jersey for him too somewhere, but I don't know if we used it in here or not. But man, I would love to do a card that's got Probert, kosher, and McCarty on it. That'd be ridiculous.
That
look at
fun.
Happy.
Make it happen.
Damn, you
Happy
ain't messing around.
For $7. Jeez, that's that's pretty cheap. I'm with Stefan on this one. He wants to know what's the chances of Paul Kariya anything. Slim to none in Slim left town.
Talk to Paul Kariya. He doesn't want. He doesn't want to do anything. I mean, he's chosen a life without that aspect of hockey.
He's never liked it. He's never liked the signing.
Some people like it, some people don't. What's his? Is he? Is he Swedish? Paul Kariya. What's his nationality again?
He's Canadian. He's from Burnaby, I believe.
Is he? Oh, I was going to say
Canadian.
Sometimes with like specific. Yeah, I think you're right. Sometimes with specific. Yeah, that was a stupid question on my part, but it's. I have so many things going through my head. There's sometimes there's nationalities that don't necessarily understand or believe in or want to do autographs. It's kind of weird, but there's a couple of them out there that don't understand it because in their country it's just not really thought upon. What do we got here? I see Red Wings.
Yeah. This is a Larry Murphy Diamond Relics card. So these are numbered out of 36. This is the Diamond card. We joke with the guys all the time. They can just buy these cards for their girlfriends instead of real diamonds. But some wives don't think quite about that. These guys are all over us right now. North Van, I knew that. Japanese, Canadian, typically. Steve Naka, he says you're American showing. He's upset. Uh, he's Japanese culture all the way. Tyler Nelson says Paul Curry's a surfer now. Got a better chance of getting him to sign an 8x10. I actually know a guy that waited a few hours for Paul while he was surfing. He was the only guy there, and he wouldn't sign for him. He walked right by him. So he's definitely not an autograph guy. Super rare. Andrea has broken another rule here, asking about redemptions. It's about Pavel Bure, but she's asking redemptions. We're only at $10. We're looking for 15. Can you tell me what all about the diamonds in these products, Billy? Like, you guys just got bags and bags of them that you just keep putting out, or what's the deal with the diamonds in these?
Well, I told you I moved out here for a girl, and it didn't work out. So we're just basically using all the jewelry that I had purchased for to put into cards. No, there we order to build. So there's people that you buy the diamonds from, and we're not Scrooge McDuck diving in a pool of diamonds. We have someone that purchases them for us, and we give them the quantity that we need, and we don't build for other like if there's two products that are coming out around the same time and they both have diamonds, yes, we would like do one big order, but we purchase to order for those sort of things.
Okay, same with all the other emeralds and stuff you see in some of the other products.
Yep. Hey, do you want to, since you got a Red Wing up there,
cool.
Do you want to do my Red Wing trivia? Red Wing.
Oh yeah, I've got a Connor McDavid card. We're gonna give away. Where'd it go? I got a Connor McDavid card here. I want to give away.
Don't miss Barb's question.
To Billy was gonna wear a jersey of his favorite player tonight. So he's wondering
it's not
if you
my
guys
favorite.
Guess his favorite.
It's not
player.
my favorite, but it's a jersey I own.
Oh, sorry.
You have to guess which Red Wing jersey I was going to wear tonight for the thing until I finally found my Cronwell t-shirt.
So what jersey Billy was going to wear? Katie will keep track of the guesses. I can't remember what the answer was. Billy and I were going back and forth. We're at $33 on this. One more question here. I missed it.
And I already
it is
the jersey.
I can't remember.
But you only saw the sleeve.
Barb wants to know, how about a Howard Chuck tribute? Any plans to put a Howard Chuck tribute in any of the products? Pretty big for Winnipeg Jets and Canadian.
That's a good question. I don't I'm not sure. I can't really answer that. It's a good question. Yes, we did it with a guy like Stan Mikita. And I think we did it with Gordie Howe. And I think we did it for Tavares when he decided to go with a team that's never going to win a cup. So there's I don't know. We'll see. But I didn't get a laugh at all when I made my Tavares joke. I'm a little upset.
I was going to laugh, but you said I had to be quiet.
Hold on a second. I got a guy
Billy,
texting me. And
text.
Just a second.
Text Katie the answer. I can't remember the answer to this.
JC, can you read them all these guys to see if they're right?
Yeah, I'll start off from the beginning here. We're trying to do this auction at the same time. Yeah, I'm going to start off at the top here, Billy. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. My friend Angel that you met is texting me.
Okay, tell him I'm mad at him because he didn't sell me that Clint Eastwood picture. Okay, so the guesses are so far: Chelios, Draper, Datsuk, Cronwall, Malpe, Applicator, Probert, Helm, Applicator, Howe, Draper, Lindstrom, Zetterberg, Howard, Iserman, Larson, Hall, McCarthy, Franzen, Hansel, Hasek. What? Any of those players name it yet?
Nope.
None of it yet. Nobody's got it yet. Okay.
Nope.
We are at $35 once, and you guys still haven't got the player that Billy was going to wear the jersey. I feel bad because I don't really know the answer. Coffee or Fedorov. It wasn't those guys. I know that.
Did I really expect you to remember what jersey it was when I told you 20 times what sets I built and you still couldn't remember?
Hey, just because Premier is my favorite product, don't get mad at me.
Man, did you see?
Tickets,
Did you see the
hell,
did you see the mega patch checklist?
yeah, I wanted to show it and share it, but Katie said I can't because it's not your product. So I'll talk about it on Friday.
I'm
You
sharing
can
it
talk
later so
about
you
it.
don't mind.
Osgood, Shanahan, Howe, Holmstrom, Hall, Fetisov. We're at once at $35, only $35 on this diamond card. We're going to be twice. I'm going to put out a diamond card after this next one. It better go for more than that. It's not Mike Vernon. It's not. It's not that guy. Nope. Bertuzzi, Larionov, Kozlov. None of those guys. I guess we're not going to give away this McDavid. It's not Bertuzzi. I'm going to sell this card and get this other one out here while we're going. This is sold, so this is going to be sold for $35. Coffee.
Are you ready for your hint?
Joseph. Yeah, let's give these guys a hint. Stefan's asking for a hint because he doesn't want to play his little baby. Konstantinov.
No. Team Canada Juniors.
There you go. Plays with Team Canada Juniors.
He played for Team Canada Juniors.
Did you get that hint? Not Cicerelli. Stefan wants to know. Yeah, give us a history question. There you go. He played for Team Canada Juniors. So he played for a real team. DeVecchio, Murphy, Osgood, Cicerelli, Sid Abel. That's from an educated person too. That's from Stefan. He really did. Yeah, there you go. Bertuzzi. Okay, I'm gonna show this card here so you guys can bid while you're doing this. Eiserman,
Right here.
Daniel Sedin diamond card, 8 of 36. Daniel Sedin diamond card. Hickett's. It's not Hickett's. This is a nice one. 1819 chronology for all you Canucks fans. There you go. Daniel diamond card. Got to put that out. We're gonna start like we always do for $1. Hickett. Steve wants to know, or Primu, Terry Sawchuk. Mr. D starts us at $25 on the Daniel. Red Kelly, Roger Crozier, $40 to Sean. You're hanging everybody up here. 69 attempt to Daryl, 69 attempt to Terrell. Larkin's American, I believe. I believe Larkin's an American, Corey. There's Mr. D at 80. See, these Canucks are a little better than your Red Wings. They're
he won a Stanley Cup.
There you go. So it's not Mo Mantha. It's not Madison Bowie. Gordie Howe won a cup, but it's not him. We're at 80, looking for 85. What about Lapointe?
Who said that?
Corey Anthony wants to know.
Is he right?
There you go.
There
Lapointe.
it is.
Good job, Corey. Corey takes it down. We're at $80 to Mr. D. Martin Lapointe for the win. Corey's going to get, this is a jumbo card, but it's a game dated moments. Connor McDavid that was available at, I don't know where I was. Some show I was at for some moment, for something I did. Upper Deck, give this to me, game dated moment. It's been sitting in my stuff, so pass it around. And you know what, Corey? I got this sitting here too, so I'll throw in this jumbo young gun of Dylan Dubé. Dylan Dubé jumbo young gun too, just because it's out of the top loader, so I'll throw it in with this one. Good job, Corey. Billy, Corey is one of our resident Montreal Canadiens lovers, so he's a little bit of hockey history there.
My other Red Wing jerseys are Lindstrom and Lindstrom. I've got the Winter Classic Lindstrom, and then I have another Lindstrom, a regular Lindstrom.
There you go. I've got a couple Nicholas Lindstrom autographed jerseys at the store. I'll send you some pictures of. I can't quite remember.
You're always trying to sell me stuff.
When have you ever bought anything from me? More like I'll trade you for dinner. I do have a Chris Draper World Juniors game used jersey sitting at the shop, but you said that that's you don't want that Team Canada team in your house. We're at 80. 80 looking for 85, 80 looking for 85 as we are once on those. Yeah, I had them pinned to the headboard there, Bruce. So they've got the pins in them. Bruce wanted to know if they were pinned above the bed. So they've got the thumbtack holes in them. Sorry about that there, Corey. We're at once at $80. We're going to be twice at $80 to Mr. D, twice on the Daniel Sedin diamond jersey card out of 36. Happy says he's got a Probert white jersey. Happy's another Habs fan. Got lots of Habs fans kicking around in here. Guys are still guessing, so obviously they weren't paying attention. It was LaPointe and Corey Anthony won, so we can stop the guesses. We are at 80 once, 80 twice. I'm going to move on to Allure, Billy. You okay with that? We'll move to Allure next. I kind of saving Cup for the end. I've put in my Allure pre-order already, and it's a big one because it was a pretty popular product.
Next year's better. It's well, we'll see. We'll see. It's I like what we did for this year. It's just a matter of we're playing the rookie game. They need to start skating quick.
You and me both, buddy. Wait till we get to Series 1. We've got some questions to answer, I'm sure. Here's just to show a couple of different colors. Here's a Capo. What color would you call this? What one are these?
Those are pink.
Not the pink.
They were supposed to be much brighter pink, but that's what they ended up. That's just the regular. But these are the short.
And then
these are the short prints, by the way. These aren't the regular
parallel.
Yeah, it's not a parallel.
Lines on the side.
It's a different photo. These are the SPs. These aren't parallel. I mean, they're parallels of each other, but these are the SPs.
So when you build a product like that, do you purposely just want to mess with people? Hey, so you're going to do short prints and then parallels and then put the parallels of the short prints? Do you see why new collectors have a hard time?
No, because a collector will look at the checklist and see that there's a regular base card of it, and then there's a short print version of it also. And they'll see that there's a different design and different picture for the short print, but we still make parallels of both cards.
You look at the list, Jason?
Yeah, I study that list, I tell you. I don't know how I just remember the things I do half the time, but it's I actually get excited when I see a card I haven't seen before come through once in a while. And you're like, wow, that's pretty awesome. So, but I actually just thought these were like the parallels without the lines missing on the top. So I didn't actually know they were a separate photo.
Nope.
I didn't even know these were like that.
These are new photos. It's a different design. It's just their short print.
Of the number 2 draft pick. You want to explain to these guys why he doesn't have autographs with Upper Deck products?
He didn't sign an autograph deal with us.
You're such a brat.
Well, I get asked that question all the time. And it's he just made an uneducated decision and signed with a company that doesn't make hockey cards. He might have done it on purpose, so he doesn't have to sign autographs. I don't know. Haven't met him. Don't know what kind of guy he is. If I ever get to meet him, I'll make sure I ask him. Michael says, we know why Jason talks about it all the time. Who knows what he's talking about? How long are contracts for signings generally? Patrick wants to know.
I can't talk about player contracts, unfortunately. I can tell you about emails that I've gotten recently about not being able to talk about players' contracts, but I can't talk about player contracts.
If I had Tim on here, would he even be allowed to talk about anything, or he just sit there and go no comment?
No, because Tim gets the same emails I get.
So you just got to get Tim in with the whiskey, and then that's where I find out all the good stuff once a year.
Don't get him in trouble.
I can tell you, like, hey, he signed with somebody else. He probably signed for a ridiculous amount of money because a company wanted to mess with us. But that it is what it is.
I know it sucks. I personally don't like exclusive deals in anything. I think it's the monopoly based way of doing anything, but it's worked out really well for Upper Deck. But I'd rather just see it a wild west where you could do everything out there and just see what the best companies would rise to the top. I think we are
Look
at
at who
$30.
look at who our exclusives are with. That's all I have to say. If we sign an exclusive, we're signing an exclusive with an athlete that is, I mean, Michael Jordan, LeBron James,
Goat.
yeah, Connor
Gretzky,
McDavid,
goat.
Wayne Gretzky, Bobby Orr,
No.
you know, Ben Simmons at the time was considered like. I'm just saying, you know, Ben Simmons is still one of the top point guards in the NBA. You know, I don't know what's going on with the team, but he's still one of the top point guards in the NBA. Now, is he better than some guy from Houston that Maddie loves? Of course he is. But I'm just kidding. No,
You guys don't miss much. I'll tell you that. Your scouting staff is damn good. You don't miss much. I know that. Your
remember back in the day?
Are good.
Remember back in the day when it was basketball and Topps chose Greg Oden and we chose Kevin Durant? How did that work out?
That worked out. That worked out pretty good. How about this guy, Zach McEwen, Purple Diamond Auto, 10 of 10. It's one of the die cut ones from Allure. You guys did a really good job with these. I hear
you don't see a lot of purples.
No, everybody's biggest knock on Allure, unfortunately, is it's a sticker product, blah blah blah. And I say you're only paying $125 a box. Give me a break. It can't be all hard signs. So, you know, it's a really good product, and it was a home run right out of the gate for Allure to start. So we're looking forward to it next year for sure.
It's just think of the cadence. You know, it comes out early, and you don't have the time to get hard signed signatures for the stuff. So we have to have products with stickers early on in the year if you want to have all the rookie content. And then you know, also we wanted to make this product a little bit different than O-Pee-Chee Premier. You know, we didn't want to just have two O-Pee-Chee Premiers out there. And so we, you know, you notice Allure has memorabilia cards in it, and it's got some different parallels, and O-Pee-Chee Premier has different parallels, and they have different inserts and has different. So this has die cuts, and O-Pee-Chee Premier doesn't have die cuts. We wanted to consciously create a product that was different than O-Pee-Chee Premier because we feel O-Pee-Chee Premier is going to be one of those products that throughout time people are going to be coming back to it and being like similar to what they've done with Prism. They're going to come back to it, and it's going to be hot. And I think Allure has some potential in that department also. But O-Pee-Chee Premier is what started it for us. Was it the first chromium product out there? No, but for Upper Deck and our products, it's one of the first chromium products that we built.
It's an awesome product for sure. I hear what you're saying. I get that mix up in the question all the time between Premier and Allure, and I try to just kind of direct people into the difference on them. But I think, yeah, it's definitely a home run right out of the gate on the Allure. It's a pretty awesome product. People are stoked with it. I don't know. Hockey people aren't quite like, if I know I've got guys on here that collect all the sports. But hockey people seem to be a little late to the party on what Prism's doing out there. Like you're seeing 12th year Tom Brady cards go for $1,000 for a base card. Like it's crazy, right?
Because hockey fans are set collectors. It's as simple as that. There's more set collectors in hockey than there are in the other three major sports, in my opinion. And I think many people would agree with me. And because of that, the individual card sale of stuff and the parallels and stuff, it's what they're catching on. Part of the reason they're catching on is because people are coming in from other markets, from other sport markets, and starting to collect hockey too. And I hate to say it, but when a competitor puts a product out there that, and you can probably understand this, Jason, where, you know, out of the gate, it's $400 a box. You know, how many
Yeah.
people can sit there comfortably and spend $400 on boxes of cards every whatever? You know, I can't. I don't. But you know, they can afford, you know, $100 to $150 box. And I'm speaking US dollars, so I apologize about that, but they can afford an $80 to $125 box on a more regular basis. I mean, you are seeing our products coming out at a higher price point because the market is what it is, and we're putting out good products too. It's not just, oh well, everything's going up. No, you have to also put the content in there, and I think we've done a good job of that also. It's just a matter of set collectors versus you know, investor or people ripping and flipping. And hockey has probably the most set collectors, and so that's what's part of the difficult part of my job is creating for set collectors and for rippers and flippers. You know, yes, there are some sets that are purely for collectors. There are some sets that are purely for the guys that want to try to uh, make big bucks off of a big hit. But you know, we want to try to appease everybody. So it's a fine line that we have to walk.
Some of those basketball products that Billy's talking about went from $400 to $3,500 in a span of 2 months this year. So it's very different. We don't see that in hockey too often. This is a product, I believe it's going to do it this year. Super excited. Billy, you broke the news to some of our friends, one of the shows on here about Le Fournier. What can you, I know you could talk a little bit more about Series 1 because word's getting out on it. This is Upper Deck Series. These Series 1 or
Series
Series 2
two.
rookie material. Series
That's
2.
Series
Yeah,
two.
these are going to be Series 2.
You
What can
ruined it
you
for me.
yeah, sorry. What can you tell me about this year's Series 1 coming out November 5th?
He's available for Series 1.
Who are you talking about?
Lafreniere is available for Series 1.
There you go. And
Along with the bubble, the guys the rookies from the bubble. And what people don't understand about rookies in the bubble is that each team got to bring a certain number of players. Now, some of those players might not have seen the ice, but some of those teams brought rookies. They might have been in street clothes the whole time, but they were there. And we've been allowed to use guys that were in the bubble for the teams, rookies. So that has, you know, allowed us to create a much more desirable young gun checklist than just using holdovers, because the season will not have started before UD1 comes out. And we
awesome.
in
So
normal situations, we are not allowed to use players that haven't skated in until, like, we can't make a card of a guy until they've skated in normal situations.
So I know,
that's
for
what
example,
I can.
like, that's what you could tell us.
Yeah.
What about Le Fournier canvas? Is he going to be Series 1 or is the canvas going to be in Series 2?
It's a good question. I haven't made the checklist. Those are going to be yeah, I don't make the checklist, so that's a good question. There's obviously possibilities of different kind of Lafreniere canvas cards for young guns, because you have the young guns, you also have the program of excellence. So there's different versions. I don't know what our coordinators have decided to do with Lafreniere and his canvas young guns.
And I'm assuming you're going to try to have him in that Rangers jersey somehow.
We're doing our best to make that happen.
I'm putting you on the books here a little bit. I know you can't talk about it too much, but I'm going to give you.
Yeah,
well,
like I mentioned, there was a few emails that went out in the past month or so about what we should talk about and can't talk about, and you know, until we're like, hey, here's a picture of this card, like, here's a checklist for this set. I really want to be conscious of what I say
Yeah.
because I don't want it coming back and kicking me in the ass.
Well, we don't want you to get in trouble. You'd have to move to Kelowna and work
Yeah,
here.
I'd like to.
And you'd have
I'd like to come back on the show as an Upper Deck employee. So um,
it's
that's my goal.
we don't want to get you in trouble. I know you can't use the rest of the draft picks for young guns. So series 2 I'm expecting to be just totally loaded with all the series 2 guys, and series 1 is going to be, basically I'm expecting series 1 to be Lafreniere or bust. There's a few other guys that might squeak in there.
There's some good players. There's some good guys in there. There's some bubble guys that are some top prospects for certain teams.
Well, what about
Unfortunately,
this?
not the Red Wings because they weren't in the playoffs.
What about the Dallas kid that scored the 2 or the hat trick there for the game winner? What's that guy's name? He guys could see him being a big card.
Hope so.
Just love it how you can't say. Love putting you on the spot. Can you tell me if there's 50 young guns?
Yeah. No, there's not. There's not 50 young guns.
Oh, there's not.
There's
It's gonna be a
49.
short.
There's 49 in a
49
checklist.
checklist. Okay, so in the regular set, we're going to see a regular set that we would normally see.
Yes,
These are
that's
sold.
what's in. See, I can answer that because that's what's in solicitation.
Okay, perfect. So this is going to be sold off. This is the Cale Makar jersey and the Kirby Doc jersey. I love how you can get those jerseys in there in series 2 and a product like this. This is going to be from series 2 as well. This is the Caden Premium for you guys that were wondering. I was talking about canvas rookies. I think the canvas rookies are some of the most underrated cards on the market compared to the regular young guns. I've understood. I don't understand why they're so much cheaper than their counterparts. With how much they are to hit. Billy, does that frustrate you as that guy that's building that stuff?
I think they still do well. I think they should go higher. It's gonna be, you want to know what's gonna be fun this year is looking at all the price comparison between, and people hate this, but okay, so you got a young gun, you got a young gun exclusive, you got a young gun high gloss, you got a acetate young gun, you have a canvas young gun, you had a Easter egg acetate last year. You've got French young guns this year. I'm intrigued to see what the price points on stuff like that are.
Of where it's going to be and what it's going to sit.
Yeah, because how popular do you think a French young gun of a French young gun of a French Canadian would go for compared to a canvas young gun? It's a little bit more closer to home for some people.
I remember they did French young guns before one series, and it didn't take off quite as huge as we would have wanted. But that was, I think it was 10-11, like Subban and Hall,
And what was
Eberle, I believe.
That was a Canada exclusive. That was a Canadian exclusive. And did those cards fall at the regular rate of a young gun, except it was all French?
No, they didn't. So are these going to replace? Are these going to replace your regular young gun? They're just being French.
No, these are in the set. There's the French one in there also. There's French and there's regular.
Okay.
Katie, does he read the solicitation at all?
No.
She's not here.
She's took off. She's bored of hearing it from us. She's telling bedtime stories to train or something. Maddie's here now just to listen to the basketball talk.
Maddie, does he read solicitation at all?
He doesn't even know what that is. That's too big of a word for Maddie. Come on now. Okay, this is going to be sold. I'm getting told to move on by everybody involved. We're already at 10 minutes past 2. I don't want our 2 hours here. I don't want to keep you too long. This one is going to be sold. I'm going to move on to the cup. I've got a few cup cards to go, and then I'm going to come up back to that Connor McDavid puck card, and we're going to call it a night. How's that sound good with you, Billy? Like 3-4 more items? Does that sound all right?
I got nothing better to do.
You make that work?
Yeah, I'm fine. My
All
chair is
right,
real comfortable.
perfect. Jason Applegate wants to know if you have any surfers cards.
Goodwin. Goodwin, we usually have some surfers in there.
Here, have you ever made a surfing card? Jason Applegate wants to know.
Yes. We have Goodwin. Goodwin has surfers in it. We've had many surfers in there because they're easy to get because they live in California.
Perfect. How about this guy? Vesna Trophy winner, Connor Hellbuck from the Cup. He's in Australia, so he's like in all the surfers. We probably don't know who they are. Not that I could name a surfer, anyways. Connor Hellbuck, Vesna winner, signature materials, 40 of 99. This is from the Cup. All the Cup cards are beauty. Somebody was asking me why I make such a. It's important to me. The Cup is thick. It just makes it feel like it's better value, better product. Cup, or do you like that card stock that you use? And often touch anything in this product? It froze. Did he lose me there? Sorry,
I
Billy.
couldn't
It
I
looks
couldn't
like
hear
you're
a
trying to
word you
keep him
said if you
awake.
said anything. I'll go off and on again.
Sorry about that, Billy. I was commenting about the quality of the cup. Yeah, the thickness and $5 looking for 80, 75 looking for 80 on the Vesna winner. Connor Hellbuck signature materials. The man you're seeing yawn in the background there is the designer of this product.
I wish I was a designer, but I'm the builder of it.
Close enough. Close enough. I get it mixed up all the time. I just say Billy's the guy. I just say they're the ones that run it all. We're at 85 looking for 90. And Billy's told us he's not allowed to talk about cups, so that's why he's just on mute here. He doesn't want to talk of it. I'm having troubles with my feed, so you guys just keep bidding. Get Billy to ask Billy a question, then I'll pop it up on here for having a tough time. Jason Applegate's talking about surfing. We're at 85 looking for 90.
Is that oh, that's the foil. I was gonna say, that's a 3-color patch, right? Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, you did a good job with these all around. Do you try to add a new card or two to every set every year?
As I yawn. I swear I'm not tired. That's I don't want to say it's a goal, but we're given the task sometimes. There's certain inserts that people expect in the cup. You expect limited logos, you expect different things, and sometimes we try to reinvent cards. Other times we want to just build new stuff in there. So we're kind of deemed the task to at least come up with a few original ideas each year for the cup and for every set. Like, we don't want to just give you the exact same set year after year. I know people seem to think we're a cookie cutter company and you get the same cards every year. And you know what? Part of that is because it's what's expect. Some of the stuff is expected to come in year after year. You expect Young Guns every year. You expect different things in the cup and ice premieres and stuff like that. And we do our best to add some new content. If we feel that an insert was popular the year before, maybe we'll repeat it the next year. It depends set to set, but you will not see a set that's exactly the same year after year. Even the inserts in overtime, we change up every now and then.
You just have to, right? It makes sense to keep things fresh. I love seeing the new things added on. It seems like in Upper Deck Series 1 or Series 2, you always find something that you just think's the ugliest thing just to throw it on. Billy's going to fall asleep right here on the site.
No, I'm just I'm awake.
Well, we got this Connor Hellebuck. It's up to 100. Hunter looking for 105. I've got a Brilliance card coming up, and I've got this puck card, and we're probably going to call it a night. The cat looks like it's about to jump on here. Tyler Nelson's got a questionable Brilliance here.
Sometimes the pen color is just we found that blue Stedler pens are very reliable. Sometimes the pen it depends on like the UV and stuff, or the acetate. A lot of times those paint pens don't sign very well on acetate cards, but the Stedlers do. So, like this card here is used. We used a blue Stedler on this. It just kind of depends on the technology of the card. It depends on the looks of the cards. I'm the one that came up with the color coded, where we use different color paint pens. But we had to test a number of paint pens to see how well they stick to the PETG acetate, and we actually have to print a lot of extras for that set because they smear very easily. And if you get a player that isn't careful, he can, or left-handed even, sometimes they go through their own signature with their hand. You got to be careful with that. So yeah, that's kind of like we traditionally like the blue Stedlers. Black we feel fades worse than blue. Red fades really bad. Green fades really bad. So, and the paint pens, they don't really fade. So those are nice, but here you see this was, I wanted to change up Brilliance because I felt that when you printed on the acetate with that dark background, with the foil, sometimes it didn't show up very well. So I requested a blue paint pen on these because I felt they would really pop.
And why did you go to the thinner card from the thicker card? Just easier for top loaders and one touches and stuff? Because the first few years of Cup Brilliance, they were really thick.
Yeah, and I don't want to like rank the value of different inserts because I think these are gorgeous cards, but the older Brilliance card just didn't sell for as much as we would have liked. So why spend all that money on making even thicker cards when we can make an even nicer card, not as thick, and not spend as much money on it, and then use that money towards other things?
Well, I'm glad you did because they were a pain in the butt to ship out those things.
Oh,
So
I believe
they were
it.
a little easier.
They were just clunky looking.
Yeah, it was just too thick. I know most guys don't got to deal with that, but when it was too thick, it was just a pain in the butt. Gerald's at $20. Sean's at $69. Steve Nackett wants to know if there's any chance you'd put UFC in Goodwin. I think you do have some UFC in Goodwin, don't you? There's a ring girl in that set.
So this is kind of funny. So I love UFC, and I don't know if Jason's expressed this or not. I'm a big UFC fan. I go to UFC Fight Expo every year in Vegas, except this year, obviously, because they didn't have it because they're hanging out in Fight Island. But I come back with between 70 to 100 autographs every year when I go to Fight Expo. And my job is to tell them which ring girl to put in each year. We've done it now 3 years in a row. And I can't speak upon next year's Goodwin, but you won't be disappointed. But and we put UFC fighters. I got a buddy that actually is friends with and kind of trains with Dan Severn, and so you saw Dan Severn in there a couple years ago. And what's funny is we basically asked Dan, like, "Hey, you got any of your old buddies that want to do it?" And the next year we got Mark Coleman, and these are Hall of Famers. But for newer guys, what we like to do is we like to get the people that haven't signed. for Goodwin champions for UFC people. So a lot of the active UFC people have already signed for tops. So we kind of stay away from it unless it's like a big name or a Hall of Fame caliber or a big prospect. I think we had like Mackenzie Dern in there a couple years ago, and I don't know if you follow UFC, but if you saw the fights last weekend, Mackenzie Dern is like an up and comer. She's like a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. She's like the second coming of Ronda Rousey when it comes to Jiu-Jitsu. And look out for that card to start going up because those are some of her first autograph cards in there. And we had Sean O'Malley in there a couple years ago too, and Sugar Sean, and he's the Sugar Show. He's an up and comer. He's a hot prospect right now. So you're talking to the right guy if you want UFC. I don't build the set, but I definitely will pass on names, and our talent acquisition has done a great job of getting some good names.
They Angelo as well as I do. He's huge with GSP.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you guys have tried. Hey.
We've had GSP. He was in the all-time greats. He was in Goodwin. I think who else was in Goodwin? Did we have Rampage Jackson, or we had I know we had GSP and Goodwin a long time ago. We had him in all-time greats. We had him in Captain America. So GSP he's been there. We haven't ignored him, but we don't repeat guys that often in sets like Goodwin, unless their name is Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Tiger Woods.
Is there any chance of us seeing more guys like Jordan and LeBron, Jordan, LeBron, and Woods in more products like the Cup and hockey? I'd like to see that crossover product.
You want to know how much I joked with somebody about this not too long ago. When we made the show cards, the first year we did it, and we had Jordan in there, and people complained that Michael Jordan was in the Cup. Now, granted, this is before it blew up as where it is now, but people, I understand what you're saying, but the Cup is hockey. People have complained too much when we put other sports into the Cup. We got rid of other sports people in the show that we used to do for the Cup, and have just made it hockey only because I understand what you're saying, but we also want to kind of we want Goodwin to be that product that people buy to get Michael Jordan, that people buy to get LeBron James and Tiger Woods. So
I can assure you, if I pulled a triple Woods, Jordan, Gretzky out of the Cup, I wouldn't be complaining about doing anything like that.
Well, they complained Serena Williams was in there. Speaking of goats, it is. So we just took a step back and said, fine. And we're going to leave our spokesman we've done a very good job. That's one thing that we do, is we've done a very good job of protecting our spokesmen and protecting their autographs. And, it's tougher with guys like Gretzky and McDavid because we make so many hockey products. And the fact that Wayne Gretzky is one of the nicest human beings and signs for everybody when he can. That obviously is a little bit frustrating, but I understand why he does it if you know the whole story. McDavid will sign outside of Upper Deck. I've known him to do that, but he will give you a different autograph if you catch him someplace else. The UDA autograph is a much nicer autograph, but Gretzky is Gretzky. You don't tell him what to do. So, and as I said, there's that old story of him. I think asking for an autograph and not getting it, and him saying basically, I'm going to sign up for my fans when I can.
Well, we just had Chris on the show a little while ago there. This is sold here now for $100. And he was talking about Lafreniere, and we were talking about how different his autograph is for UDA product or for autograph hounds. And it is quite different for sure. Here, I'm going to put out a couple cards together of the cup. This is a Barzell rookie. There's autograph versions of this as well, I believe. This is the Canada Cup one. And then I've got an enshrined Bennett. I just to show a couple more cup cards and things we got left around. I'm going to run this, and then I'm going to run this McDavid puck, and we're going to let Billy go for the night. He's looking like he's falling asleep. This is enshrinement 11 of 99. I know we haven't had any Calgary Flame stuff out here yet, so there's a Barzell and a Bennett. No real rhyme or reason except for they're both from the cup. Sorry to cut you off there, Billy. There's a couple questions here.
What's up?
Go ahead. There's a couple questions here. Tyler says, don't listen. Those show cards were awesome, even if they're in hockey product. I collect the show memorabilia pieces from UDA, so I know that's they're an awesome piece for sure, the big ones. Sean Anderson had a good question here I wanted to just touch base on. I know Artifacts isn't yours, but do multi-acetate auto sets like Artifacts honorable members have specific completion dates in mind, or is the decision to carry them next year made year to year? One of my favorite sets out there.
I can tell you that, like, a few years ago, and I think it's 4 or 5 years ago, we made the conscious decision to not repeat players in specific cup sets, like honorable numbers and like limited logos and stuff. So we had to make a conscious decision of, okay, Crosby's in this year, McDavid's in this year, so Matthews is in this year and whatnot. But then we also have living sets like why am I drawing a blank? Not honorable numbers, but the Hall of Fame cards that come in, the acetate Hall of Fame cards.
Yeah, those are awesome.
And those, that's just an ongoing set. So if we get more and more Hall of Famers, we'll make more and more of those cards. It just depends on what kind of contracts we have with guys. You know, eventually maybe we run out of guys that we have deals with. But we do our best on those. So I if you're asking me if that's coming to an end, not that I know of. I don't build artifacts though, so I don't necessarily know if there was a 3-year plan or whatever. But I can say I know they planned on doing it for more than 1 year, and the fact that they're so popular, I can't see them stopping that insert. I know we made the future ones too, so we could get some more stars in there because they're gorgeous cards. They're absolutely stunning. I'm kind of jealous of those cards too. I'm allowed to be jealous of my counterparts stuff. So I'm gonna go to the fridge and take a big swig of Sunny Delight. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Okay. We're at $69 on this, guys. $69 a giggle pot attempt for Sean on the Barzell and Bennett. Billy and I have been discussing for 2.5 hours here, Upper Deck products and stuff. We're gonna let them go soon. If you guys got any questions, let me know. We're gonna get it out here. I've got a McDavid game used puck card coming up right after this, and then that's gonna call it a night. So if you got any questions, maybe he'll stay on and we could talk a little bit even after the auction is over. But I'm going to I know you've had troubles with our volume and stuff like that, so I'm sorry that you guys are hearing that. We're experiencing a little bit of difficulty, but we're just making the best out that we can. Oh yeah, Patrick's got that question about expansion. Keep that in mind for sure. I know, Sean, not much stuff for sure. Christian or Stefan, absolutely, buddy. We're Canadian. What can you say? This is going to be sold then. So this is going to be sold off. I'm going to put that Connor McDavid up here. I want to ask Billy if they're a little nervous about Upper Deck. Billy, can you hear me there?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Billy, are you a little nervous or concerned at all with like the next 7 Upper Deck products already being completely sold out? Does that weigh hard on your, like it makes me nervous as a store owner that I don't have enough product. Does that make you a little nervous knowing that, like that all the products all the way through January and February, or we're already seeing sold off, allocated, cut out? Like, this is a cool Connor McDavid puck card, by the way, guys, from SB Game Used. We're going to end the show with this one here.
Are you
Is
trying to tell
that
me
put a little
that
bit of pressure on you to perform?
wait, are you trying to tell me that we don't just continue printing? I thought that's what we did.
I know for a fact you guys don't. But
Oh,
I
okay.
know for a
Sorry,
fact you guys
I've
don't,
been
even though
reading.
it's, but a lot of, go ahead.
I guess I read the forums too much. My bad. Um, is it pressure that the stuff sold out? Um, I don't. I'm not pressured because I know what kind of products I build. I don't mean to sound cocky, but um, each year I think I've gotten better at building products, and I think that's shown. Sometimes it's dependent on the rookie class, and let's be honest, we're hoping that this rookie class is as strong as it should be, because this. I know we say it year after year, but let's be honest, this is a very strong rookie class. This isn't like a top heavy rookie. Yes, we were all excited McDavid's rookie year because it was McDavid, it was Eichel, Larkin was a big deal, but it was very top heavy when it first started. And we thought this last year was going to be really good because, but we expected a lot better out of Hughes and out of Capo, and unfortunately, they didn't have a strong start. And the same thing happened with Nico and with Nolan Patrick, except we ended up having Brock Besser tear it up. So that was a nice little surprise for us. We knew that Pedersen was going to be a big deal because our brand manager's from Vancouver and he wouldn't stop talking about him. But we also knew, like, we were waiting for Pedersen to play. We knew that guy was a stud. So we weren't as worried about Pedersen's year. And honestly, there's reason why the stuff sold out because it's not us hyping. It's not us fake hyping a rookie class. It's intelligent people having done their research, knowing that this is a big rookie class and that there's a lot of value in the product and that the fact that the market's hot as it is. So I think we've built good products. And I think the rookie class is going to help, and that's why the stuff sold out.
It's we've never seen it before this far out. Artifacts already, and Black Diamond and Clear Cut. Like it's crazy with the numbers we're seeing. Our Series 1 hobby numbers are through the roof. I mean, we sold a ton this year, and we've already pre-sold more than that this year coming up. I mean, so between the hobby bust with or hobby interest with Lafournier and with COVID and everything, we're just seeing just crazy numbers. But we're just not getting the product we want. So we're worried it's going to tune into, kind of like a Panini situation where, like I was telling you today before we went on the air, I can tell people this. I ordered 240 boxes of Bowman Chrome Jumbo. Guess how many I got? I got 4 boxes. 4 freaking boxes. I ordered 240. I mean, the hobby's in pretty good condition if that's the demand on products. Do you see hockey going that way? Good night, Bruce. Thank you.
Do I see hockey going that way? I don't think we're. Again, it's in the card market. If I want to talk realistically, it's number 4 in the baseball, basketball, and football. So if the U.S. market catches on, then potentially look out for stuff like that. But you still got a lot of your stuff when McDavid was a rookie. I don't think your allocations were cut that much, and that was a big deal back in the day. So this is just my opinion. This is not Upper Deck's
No, of course not.
opinion or anything like that. But I see the market picking up a little bit for hockey, but I don't see a box of UD1 out the gate at $400 a box.
Nope, but I definitely see it at 130, 150, and we're pre-selling it at 100 right now.
Well, at the expo, what was it, 125? usually.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a little bit of a bump, but it's not nearly the bump that you see in basketball and football and baseball.
No, which is a good thing
And
for all the hockey collectors, right? Trent, you going to bed?
and
Okay.
part of that is there's outside influencers. There's outside influences that are manipulating the market, and they don't understand hockey yet. They To be completely honest with you, they don't understand hockey. Jeremy sent me a link to a guy that was like, I gotta get into hockey. And you know what they did? All they did was look and see who the number one pick was. And so they were all ready to start buying 1,000,000 Jack Hughes autographs because he said, well, this is the number one pick. So this is the number two pick. So this is the biggest investment you guys should make right now. And you're sitting there and you're like, dude, do you not understand that, Quinn and Kale are the top two rookies in the league? He didn't understand that. He had no idea. And so they haven't caught on yet. It's a little bit different.
Kind of like us with soccer. I think that's what's happening with us in soccer, and North Americans are just starting to realize, and the soccer prices are going through the roof.
Wait, you mean there's other soccer players other than Claire Sinclair? What?
Oh my gosh, soccer! I've talked to guys about like the Mbappe and some of these other guys. Their cards are just they make a $5,000 Connor McDavid card look like nothing. Speaking of a cheap buy right now, Billy, this is only $200 for this game used puck card. How many of these did you make? Can you tell me? Chad's heading out for the night.
I can tell you the ratio on it. No, these are some of the rarest cards in is it All-Star Game? Does it say All-Star Game on it? Yeah, these are game pucks.
This is the Heritage Classic. Yeah.
Oh, this is a Heritage Classic. Oh, dang, guys.
Yeah, super rare. Yeah.
These are extremely rare. Like extremely rare. Like we only get a certain number of pucks. We only use, if you can tell when you see all these pucks, you always see writing on them for the most part. It's because we don't cut up the whole puck. We've cut up the part where you can get writing on it. So just imagine how many pucks that we build. I can't give you a number, but there's a bunch of different cards in this set. So yeah. I'm not sitting here trying to sell a card for you, but I'm telling you right now, this is with the writing that's on it, with it being Connor McDavid, these are official game used pucks. These are big hits.
For sure. I love it. I love the neck cords out of this product too. Your neck cards, you do a really good job with all those as well. Stefan just tuned in here too. He says, "You think you're going to see a lot of basketball, football guys start looking at hockey because of the decent price point?"
It sounds like he's been talking to Jeremy.
Yeah, he probably has. Well, we all know that.
I know Stefan from watching the show. I'm just teasing. Oh, that's what I should show him. Stefan, if you're watching this, we were talking about this, about meeting players and stuff. This is one of my pride and joys. It's my, you might need to make, oh, you can't. This is my Gordie Howe signed 9 book that he wrote. Gordie Howe, Mr. Hockey, Hall of Fame, to Billy, all the best. Met him at a Red Wings game. It was one of my highlights as a Detroit fan. I know Stefan's a huge Gordie Howe fan. Has probably one of the nicest collections that I've seen.
Huge Gordie Howe fan. His limited logos and cups and patches and stuff like that are by far the best in the market. Yeah, he's got an amazing Gordie Howe collection.
He even has some competitor,
and he's got some other nice stuff too, but his Gordie Howe stuff is pretty awesome. This is 17-18 SB Gamies. You can see the puck they cut up there. So they would have took the puck there, chopped it up, and there's the piece of it there. So you're not fitting many cards out of a chunk like that.
We took actual pictures of the
so it's really neat when we do that for sure. For a product like that, there, Stephanie said he's jealous of your book for sure. I got to spend some time with Gordy. I've got some super awesome stuff that I've just never showed Stefan because I don't want to listen to him ask me for it. We are 235 then. 235 going once. 235 going once on this Heritage Puck. This is the last item of the night. If you got questions for Billy, you can always get a hold of us or get a hold of him. He's pretty good. He's one of the guys that'll get back to you. But if you got something, you can say it now. What was Patrick? Patrick, are you on there? What was your question a little earlier, Patrick? Billy, I want to ask you about it because it was about the new teams coming in. I can't remember. There's 250 there to Sean. 250 to Sean, just ahead of Jennifer. 250 to Sean, 250 to Jennifer. Patrick wanted to know how you guys get ready for expansion teams and how you know what product you're going to put like the expansion in. Like what product are you going to put Seattle in? Like if you're already done clear cut next year, do you just save spots for that? Thanks, Larry and Barb. Appreciate it.
The checklists aren't done for a while. I can build a product. They need to come up with designs. Then we need a checklist, and then they'll kind of decide, okay, who's gonna, like, if you remember how we dealt with the Andre Fleury, we were able to like get a few guys in there, but that was it. I think the Fleury, like, we got fortunate. We got a couple of the press conference photos, and we used the heck out of that in a couple products to throw in Marc-Andre Fleury and a couple other guys. And then we had to kind of wait a little bit to be able to put them into other products as Vegas Knights. I would assume the same sort of thing is going to happen with with the new team in Seattle. And who knows, maybe Marc-Andre Fleury will be the first pick again for them.
Wouldn't that be something?
Poor guy.
Jennifer, this looks like 180 point. Looks like about 180 point thickness of a card. Sorry there, Billy.
No problem. So yeah, that's how we dealt with it with the Knights, and I can't see us really doing too much different. When they have that press conference and they've got their first couple players, that's when we're going to start taking pictures or getting pictures and trying to get cards out there.
I can see the insert set already, the crackheads. You can have just fan cards from all the Seattle Kraken. There's so many fans downtown Seattle. You can go take pictures right now. You'd be set for the game. We go to all the Seahawks games going on there.
I still have my San Jose Shark jersey from 92, 91 or 92 when they were a new team. And that's what I asked for Christmas. And I wore that thing like at least once a week. And I thought I was the coolest kid, even though I was in Michigan. Everybody loves the new team.
You got to love the new teams. I like Vegas just because it's so much easier for us to go there and stay there and fun. This is these guys all know it, but we've got the Raiders season tickets this year. So it's first year we have season tickets for NFL and we can't go to any games. So it kind of sucks.
Yeah, I just talked to my buddy in Vegas and I asked him, I thought they were doing half a season. He told me today, no, that they decided not to do the whole season.
Yeah, nothing. But the stadium looks good, so it'll be ready for next year. It'll be all ready for next year. Yeah. That just sucks the way it is, but I mean, we've all of us, everybody listening and all of us, we've all come over different challenges and stuff with COVID. So it's we've come up with a lot of cool things, right? So this program and all this wouldn't have happened because of COVID, and we're enjoying that and have a lot of fun. This is going to be the last item of the night. We've been here with Billy all night. We're pushing almost 3 hours. Thank you for sticking along. We're down to only 14 people watching Billy, so they've heard enough of us. We're at 285. We're getting close to where this card should be. Sean,
you should throw a little something in
tomorrow. I'll text you pictures of that Flames jersey for sure.
There it is.
There's three. We just got hit. 300 just hit right there. Sean just hit 300. He's looking for flame stuff. I don't have any flame stuff sitting on my my desk here. I was looking to see what I've got. I thought I had just a McDavid insert sitting here. You know what? It's one I want to ask you a question about anyway, so we'll throw it out here. It's one of the shooting stars, McDavid. How come some of those parallels are pretty hard to hit? How come you don't think we don't see the value in those yet? The different colors, the blues and the reds and stuff. How come you think the marketplace hasn't really picked up on the values of those?
Because they're used to the old insert that came a lot more
Did we lose you again, Billy?
No, I heard you. Do you have me? Can you hear me? Hello?
Oh, losing his volume there. It
now can you
it frustrates
can you hear me?
me how some of the, like, you know how you the left wing, the right wing, it's different, right? I can hear you now.
Yeah, well, I think people are accustomed to the old insert ratio for these cards, and they didn't realize how much tougher we made them. And unfortunately, the value didn't follow the insert. I don't know why, but it didn't. So you've got the solicitation. I don't think they're in next year. I think we switched it up to something else because unfortunately, we made them rarer to try to add value to them and added a really rare parallel that's a case hit type a case hit type parallel, and it just didn't resonate yet. So I think we're switching it up next year. Although the portrait cards look amazing next year. Those are a thing of beauty.
Don't get me started. It's probably a player with their cat or something, for God's sakes. I mean, some of those that you come up with, I don't know where you come up with that stuff, but
you've already seen the portrait cards.
Oh, have I already seen the new ones? I don't know if I
laser beams in the background.
I'm probably so ugly I already forgot about
it. Oh, they're so good.
No kidding. Sean, are you out on this one? We're at twice. I'm just waiting to hear back from Sean. Stefan thinks the best buy in the right now on the market is the OPG Platinum McDavid base and the Rainbows. I've seen you buying those up all over the place, Stefan. I can tell you I'm not selling mine. Jennifer wants to know, Billy, would you have a value on a red border Jack Hughes? Billy doesn't do a lot of values, but he might know.
$1 million.
There you go, $1 million. He'll buy it from me. Just mail it to him. Jennifer, is that the OPG one, the red OPG red border? Or are you talking about the Walmart exclusive ones? I think Sean means wow, so that he must mean he's passing on this one. So this is going to be Jennifer's. This is going to be sold and done. This is the last item of the night. This is sold $315 for the 2-card lot. This is sold. Thank you, guys. That was a good battle on that one there.
Jennifer, you are not going to see another card like that very often for McDavid, especially on a specific game and everything. That's a good buy.
It's a pretty awesome one. I'm building an office for the store, Billy, so I'm selling some of my collection off. So you'll see some pretty nice stuff in the next little while. I got a PSA 10 Yzerman there, Billy. I know you're a Detroit fan. This would probably get me some nice stuff out of your collection. That's a beauty for sure. I just wanted to say that because we're cracking a box of 84, 85. We're cracking a box on, there we go, right there. Cracking a box on the next break, 84, 85 OPG, $60 a spot. Make sure you tune into that. Gum stain. That's a good idea for a parallel for you, Billy. Why don't you do a gum stain parallel where you have like the cards just have like the slight gum stain, and they come on the top cards of the pack. What do you think? Do you think guys would like that? Just like a faint gum powder stain on the top of the card. I like it. I think it would be fun in a vintage product. I think it would be fun in a vintage product to do. I don't want to be with you when you pitch it out at the meeting, but It is not sold out, Jason. We're halfway through. We got about halfway through on that. Okay. Go ahead.
I'd say I've got a good one for UD1 next year. I can't wait for it, but I can't tell you. It's going to be good though.
That's I know you and I were talking about an idea. I don't want to say
you
it
don't
on
know.
the air,
I haven't mentioned it to anybody. It's going to be good.
Okay. You probably stole it from me then when we had dinner.
No,
this guy buys me beers and takes all my ideas and then says there is one.
Yeah. Did you hear about our new set called SP Extreme? It's every SP brand all in one. That's coming out next year. Yeah,
Hey,
no.
Stop
Some guy that ate
That's
some
what you
guy
need
that
to
ate
do.
too much pineapple at the Korean barbecue place came up with that idea. We're not using it.
That's Matt. Hey, we came up with a good idea. I don't want to wreck any ideas, plans, but okay, Billy. We appreciate you having you on here. Everybody's going to sleep. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. We'll be back on what is today? Wednesday. We'll be back on Friday, cracking some stuff. Until then, everybody be safe. Billy, any closing words?
Hey, what's our next product coming out? I can't even remember. Oh, Premiere.
Billy.
Get ready. No, Premiere.
Oh,
your favorite
Premiere.
product coming out.
What's
Yeah, the
Premiere?
checklist. The checklist just came out. Yeah, so I'll be ready to see all those Oh, Katie's back. It sounds like I'll be ready to see all those non Upper Deck Billy products for the next like 2-3 weeks now on your show.
Leaf special on Friday. Leaf memorabilia on Friday night.
Oh, you got Brian. You got Brian coming on.
No, he wouldn't fit in the screen there. So I might pay for that one. I don't get any favors from that company anyway, so that's okay. Okay, we're off the air. We're gone. Everybody have a good night. Thank you, Billy.
We'll see you guys.
Talk to you
Thanks
soon.
again.
Good night, everybody.
Billy.
Katie, do you want to do your closing words? No, we're gone. Good night, everybody.